We're live. So this is for the Champions League draw for the round of 16 post-match reaction. So we're gonna discussing the Juventus embarrassment to Porto, and we'll be discussing Haaland show tonight. So Borussia Dortmund and then Sevilla tonight. So let me come to EJ first. So how impressed were you with Dortmund and Sevilla match, or were you kind of surprised in which the way Porto kind of beat Juventus, or what was your overall matches about it? EJ, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So your overall expression with Juventus losing to Porto and Borussia Dortmund to Sevilla.
Oh, I wasn't able to watch the Dortmund versus Sevilla because my
Mm,
team won't let me. But I was surprised in the way um Porto was able to beat Juventus because
mhm.
they were they were the one controlling the game most of the match. And if they got some elite strikers, I
Yeah.
they could have won more. And
Alvaro Morata missed one on one.
yeah, I saw that, and it was outside for one of them where he could have made a clear goal. But they have to fix the defense. And once Kelly went off, or was it Bonici? I'm not so sure. They lacked the leader at the back, and they were like, and the defensive issue came to play. And maybe Pillow should have started Morata and Ronaldo, or should have changed his formation. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's still young and he's showing right now. But good play from Porto because they really dominated the game, and possession wise, they did
Mm-hmm.
everything good, no mistake except for one which led to the goal. And
Yeah.
Pizza should have started. I think it was Brodson, but he should have started. He was a difference maker. Maybe in Turin we can see what he can do now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, were you impressed with the way Dortmund scoreline was, or you were like, I already up for this already?
Oh yeah, I was impressed because I know people were already shouting about Kunde. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they were like, "Oh, he's the next big defender." I was surprised he was even playing and they scored that one. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe I shouldn't be surprised because we all know Alan is a goal threat, and in the Champions League, he just does the difference. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, hopefully, he can make a big move to a big club, and Alan is gonna be good. But I wasn't surprised by this scoreline because I already predicted Alan scoring like at least one or two goals. But so
I predicted 3-2 yesterday, so I was not surprised when I saw the scoreline because I knew it. Another big W for me tonight again.
maybe
Honestly.
Sevilla have been keeping clean sheets, so uh,
Mm-hmm.
surprised a little bit. But like, I'm not surprised Alan scoring his goal. That's what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, guys, like the vid, guys, like the vid, guys, like the vid. Subscribe to the channel, like the vid, guys, like the vid. So, yes, side, break down the Juventus for me. What went wrong with Juventus? What the hell going? What exactly went wrong? Is the Champions League dream over, or who do you put the blame? Is it Pirlo? Is it the defense, or what exactly is going on with Juventus? Yes, it's Sahid. You there?
You want me to talk, bro?
Oh, okay. Go for it. Go for it before you
Yeah,
decide to.
bro. I actually think it's the manager, man. Because you see, like, there's a reason there. Loads of like Europe here. There's not as many good clubs. Like, it's not as it's at a downfall. I think loads of managers they're hiring legends and stuff, and I don't think that's gonna help
Mm-hmm.
out. I think also with that is I think the squad they it needs a refresh.
Do you put the blame on the manager, or like they're not just equipped enough
Well,
to
we
go
saw with
for?
sorry last season, innit? And like it didn't work, innit? I think they just need to refresh the squad, man. Because I think some players have been there for too long. I think
Mm.
maybe the midfield, probably like bring back Pogba or something like that. I don't know, man. But they need to refresh the squad. That's
Okay,
definitely
even if they refresh the squad, do you still think they cannot go forward? Because we've been saying Juventus needs to win the Champions League, Juventus need to do this. What manager do you think can bring success back to them? Because I don't think Pep Guardiola will leave Man City at the moment. So
the
for
closest
me,
one they had was Allegri. He was a winner, but
hmm
he got them to two CL finals, but
hmm
they couldn't get over the
but
line.
Allegri, the funny part is Allegri can't come back again because he was sacked.
Yeah. So right now available, um, I actually don't know. There's not a lot of managers that have all the managers that are available. They're good coaches, but they haven't won a lot. Like, so it's
Mm-hmm.
hard for me to pick. But I'm
Fair
not really
enough, fair enough.
sure. I'm not really sure, bro. I'm not sure.
So were you surprised with the Borussia Dortmund scoreline or not?
No, I wasn't really surprised because Sevilla they're not good in Champions League. I only believe, they'll get knocked out, bro. Like I can't remember the last time they got past the round of 16. That Haaland
Mm-hmm.
assist, bro, that shows he's complete, man. That guy, like you saw Mbappe's performance yesterday. Haaland's wasn't as good, but he good performance today.
Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough.
And
You also
Sancho as
said,
well. Sancho.
hmm so your take on the UEFA Champions League, Juventus and them Sevilla. So your take on them. You see you there? You see Saidi there?
You unmuted his mic, I think.
Oh, his mic is not muted.
Yeah, but you can't. I can't hear him in it. I think he's
I
trying to
can't
speak,
even.
but it's probably his earphones don't work or something. I don't know.
Are you there? Oh man. Maybe you need to come out and come in again. I think your mic is a little bit going off. It's a little bit going off. You need to come in and come back again. So, let me come to EJ now. EJ, do you have any team as a dark horse, or who is the Champions League like the favorite for you? Because Manchester haven't played yet, Bayern hasn't played yet, Real Madrid hasn't played yet, Chelsea hasn't played yet, Atletico hasn't played. They all play next week. So, why are you giving the Champions League favorite at the moment?
As a favorite or dark horse?
Favorite and dark horse both.
Oh, the favorite is between Man City and Bayern Munich, but I think Bayern Munich have the edge because they actually have a goal scorer, which can be important like when the match really matters compared to Man City who doesn't have a natural striker. They just change it every time with no first nine on me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think I'm gonna give Bayern Munich the edge over that one. And but for the dark horse, even though I'm a Madrid fan, I'm Real Madrid, not Atletico Madrid. Um, I think Atlanta will be the dark horse if they win us by chance. If they win us because of our injuries and stuff, I think
Mm-hmm.
Atalanta is gonna give a really really good run, and they're just like Leeds United. They're gonna give a chance to score, but they can be good some matches and they
Mm-hmm.
can start the match. So it's between Atalanta or even Dortmund have a chance because of Ireland, I think they have
Mm-hmm.
a chance. They have a chance. And,
So because of Ireland, Dortmund has a chance.
yeah, yeah. And PSG can be one of the favorites too. If they get a fully fit Neymar, Di Maria, full squad,
Mm-hmm.
they can also be one of the best ones to watch. But I'm still gonna say Bayern Munich as the main favorites.
So Bayern Munich are the main favorite, right?
Yeah, for me.
For you. Mm. Wow. So AKHH, who is the favorite and who is the dark horse?
For me, it's three teams. It's Atletico, Man City, and Bayern Munich. I think with Man City, you can't really say like if they're gonna win it, but I'll definitely think they'll probably reach the final. But just that
Mm-hmm.
mental blockage that they haven't done it before. But because we've
Mm-hmm.
seen the other seasons in it when they've been unstoppable in the league, like Centurions, they got knocked out of the CO. Like CO is a different beast from the Premier League. I still think one of the favourites, but I'm not sure if they'll win it. Bayern Munich, you could easily say they could win it because they look unstoppable, and especially in Europe they turn up as well. Atletico, they've reached the final before, so I think they could do it again, and they're not as defensive. We saw last season they beat Liverpool. Felix is fire. You got Luis Suarez. I think the dark horse
Mm-hmm.
before yesterday, I would have said Leipzig, get it? Because I
Yeah.
like their coach and stuff, but probably now it's got for me it's Atlanta in it because I think what they want from teams is teams to come forward. I think they'll provide us with some like high scoring games and stuff. That's what their football is about.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, yes, decided you did now.
Yep. I'm here, man.
So, give me your overall post match about what's called the Juventus match and the Borussia Dortmund match.
You know, um, I was actually kind of quite surprised about the Dortmund and Sevilla match. Um, I expected to be. Um, it was kind of a it was to be honest kind of a fairly even game. Sevilla
Mm-hmm.
had chances, but you know I thought I expected more of a draw than a Dortmund win. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
surprised Dortmund did that well. But you know they do have very good attackers. You know they have Marco Reus. They have. I mean that was a beautiful goal by Daoud. They have Holland with a brace. Sancho played very well today.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention other players like Julian Brandt and everything. So you know, but then the problem with Dortmund is always going to be the defense. They're just going to concede a lot of goals. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm like, I don't believe this tie is over. I believe that Sevilla still has a chance to go through because I feel like Sevilla can score more than one goal away at Dortmund's house.
At Signa Iduna Park, right?
Sorry.
At Signa Iduna Park, the
Yep.
Dortmund, Borussia Dortmund.
Yep. So I believe that I don't believe that Dortmund can keep a clean sheet at
Mm-hmm.
so I believe that it's gonna be. I think that game might be a more entertaining game than this game. I think that game might be even a more open game. So
Mm.
so that being said, but so that's gonna be the second leg is gonna be very interesting. Juve. I mean, I've been keeping up a lot with the Serie A, and to be
Mm-hmm.
honest, this is not a shock. This is just the Juventus. This is how Juventus has been this whole season. Juventus, they just look so bad as a team, from the front to back. As a team, they look terrible. Today, they don't look like they're like. I mean, they got a goal, but then other than that goal,
But do you think is the inexperience of Andres Pillo or the team entirely need overall?
I just feel like there's a lot of issues with Juve. I feel like there's a lot of players in Juventus team
Mm-hmm.
that shouldn't be in it. I believe that it should been a long time where they should have let go. To be honest, the problems that Juve have is not that far different than the problems that Barcelona have. You know how like Barcelona have PK that's still there, Sergio,
Singlet that is still there,
yeah, Sergio Busquets that's still there, like
but need to
players
retire.
that
Mm-hmm.
should have been moved on a long time ago. I mean, the fact that you're still playing with Cellini and Bonucci at their
Ah, that's.
age at this time, it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of ridiculous. Um, and I haven't seen this Juve defense that bad in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Porto really had a lot of chances, and they missed a lot of chances. They almost scored. There was one goal they almost scored where this guy it was a bicycle kick, and Szczesny had just tip it over the goalkeeper, tip it over his own goal. So that would have been an amazing goal. They had chances. Porto missed a lot of chances, but I think Juve is still going to go through. I feel like Juve
Mm-hmm.
in the second leg are just going to score two goals, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't think Porto is going to score any goal. I feel like this is just what Juve do. They pull out wins, I guess, like Inter Milan and Coppa Italia, then they lose to like some random team. This is what they're this team is just very badly constructed, in my opinion. It's that's just so so that's my takeaway in today's overall today's Champions League. Um, and I know you guys were talking about who do I think is the favorite to win this. Honestly, you know, I don't know. Your name is Ake, the Chelsea guy,
Yeah,
right?
bro. Yeah.
You made a brilliant point. I feel like, I mean, I love the Premier League. I'm not gonna go to the point that I'm say I'm a Premier League merchant, but playing in the league and playing the Champions League is completely different. Like Dortmund can show you, like Dortmund, that was a brilliant performance they put out, and they have been struggling of late in the league. So Manchester City look great. I was watching them today against Everton. They look unstoppable. But when you come to the Champions League, you play against teams that are not familiar with the way you play, and you're not familiar with. That's what's so brilliant about the Champions League. In the league, when you play against the teams every weekend, you and for so many years, you get so familiar with those teams. You know those teams. The teams know you. In the sense, before there'd be times where before even get to a game, you already won the game psychologically. Some teams there's a lot of teams that pull up and say, you know what, we're gonna do our best. We know we're gonna lose. So as good as Manchester City look, I need to see them play against Gladbach first. That first leg, if the first leg becomes like nil nil or it becomes 2-2, then the same old will happen with Manchester City, where like if they go through against Gladbach, they're gonna get knocked out in the quarterfinals. But if they like destroy Gladbach 4-0 and they come back again, destroy them again 4-0, and then the most important thing is that they keep a clean sheet in both legs. That will show me like their defensive record and their defensive solidity is actually spilling over to the Champions League. And they will have, in my opinion, they will be one of the favorites. Other than that, Bayern Munich, I think Liverpool. People do not sleep on Liverpool. PSG, PSG put on a masterclass against Barcelona without Neymar and Di Maria. Imagine that team is full strength. It's that team, that any team that draws that team, because I think the Barcelona tie is over. Is Oh my God. I pray for you. So yeah. Dark horses. Um, you know what, Chelsea guys. If Chelsea can come
This
through,
is I don't mention Chelsea. Do not
no,
mention Chelsea.
Abdullahi,
I'm not talking.
listen. If you guys can come through with Atletico Madrid, because my dark horses is between Atletico Madrid and Chelsea.
I'm not talking
I
at the
feel like
moment. I'm shutting up my mouth. I'm not saying anything.
this
I'm
team,
not talking.
the Chelsea team, had new manager Thomas Tuchel, the same manager that went to the Champions League final last year. So I mean, he does have experience in the Champions League. So and then if Chelsea, um, if they want to focus in the Champions League, and then they get, and if they do well in the next couple of weeks and they make it to the top four, and it looks like they might be making the top four, and someone might drop out. I mean, you never know. The focus might be the Champions League if you guys go deep enough. But
Yeah.
then again, you guys have to take care of Atletico Madrid. So, but Chelsea or Atletico, I do those two are my two dark horses. I don't think Sevilla has a chance. I don't think Dortmund has a chance. I don't think Juve has any chance. Yeah, I don't
But
think
we
those.
will see next week though. Then that
Yeah,
will determine next week matches will determine who goes through and who drop off.
yep. So you guys, because it's all about matchups, guys. Football is all about matchups. Anybody can beat anybody. It just
Mm-hmm.
depends on how you match up. That's the
Yep.
beauty of football. If you don't match up right with another team, no matter how good you are, you
Mm-hmm.
have you can lose. And if another team matches a lot better and they exploit your weakness and their strength is your weakness, then yeah, man, you can lose games, man. So I will hold my horses on Manchester City being favorites because
Mm-hmm.
because every single year they're favorites, and every single
Mm-hmm.
year they get they don't reach the semifinal. So until that
Yeah,
I can
bro.
see
Another thing as well, innit? Yeah, and do you know their Centurion season. That's that team you could say is better than this team, and
Exactly.
they couldn't even win this year.
Exactly. Exactly. The Centurions, they won 100 points. The year they won 98, Liverpool won it. They got knocked out in the quarterfinals. So it's the Champions League. I mean, if you concede a goal, it's in the if you concede an away goal, it changes the dynamic of the second leg. So um,
Mhm.
it's I mean, next week is gonna be interesting, man.
Yeah, next week we determine.
I did it though. I never discount Zizou. Zizou, the Real Madrid, this is their competition, so I would never disrespect them. Never. So, but I mean, I don't know, man. This is gonna be very tough for them to win the Champions League this year. I
Fair
mean,
enough, fair enough.
yeah.
Let me come to Ahmed now. Ahmed, another W for me again. I predicted Borussia Dortmund was gonna win yesterday 3-2. Another W for me again.
Abdullah, you're crazy, man. How do you do it? Please tell me.
How did I do it?
How do you do it?
Don't
First the
worry. Next week
PSG.
you see my prediction for Chelsea, Man City. You guys are gonna see my this week. I'm on fire. This week I'm on fire.
Abdullah, I can't still believe you predicted Mbappe hat trick and 4-1 PSG.
I did predict it. I did say I told JJ did not believe me. I said 4-1. Kylian Mbappe hat trick. He was laughing like he thought I'm on something. I told him I'm very, very sure of myself that Mbappe will score an hat trick, and he did. Because
You
I
need
had so much confidence in him.
you
I've
need to
seen
be on the
Mbappe play in
hangout.
Monaco. I've seen him play in Monaco. I've seen him play like World Cup, the Euro qualifiers, and everything. I'm like, this is a pure talent. Why is it? Why like maybe because of the environment of Neymar and everything. But when I heard Neymar is not, I was like, this is
You
time for
need to be
Mbappe to
on the
shine up.
hangout. Abdullah, you need to be on the hangout on Sunday. You need to. This everyone in the hangout laughed at you. No, that was crazy. But what a week for me, man! Like yesterday, we crushed Barcelona. Today,
Mm-hmm.
Juventus lost 2-1, and a Persian guy scored the first goal.
Again, I also predicted Dortmund's gonna win 3-2, and Dortmund came out. Everybody was predicting Sevilla. I was laughing when they predicted Sevilla. I said Dortmund 3-2, Alan Brace. People was like, what the hell is going on? I said, yes. I even had my prediction here, 3-2 to Dortmund. People did not believe me.
No, but man, Dortmund. I told you in the prediction, they have good
Mm-hmm.
players. So in a competition like the Champions League, you only need
Mm-hmm.
good performances, one good game.
Yep.
And I thought they had a lot of good counter-attacking moments,
Mm-hmm.
Dortmund. But Juventus, I told you before also, Porto has a good chance because if you watch Serie A, as Yasser Said said, Juventus has been shit for a year. Not only this season, but last season they almost flopped it against Inter. They have been shit like for a year right now. And but I didn't know they were this bad. Like when they have a PE teacher like Pirlo, they have no identity in their play. I don't see a style of play from Juventus. That's the worrying thing. And when I see that back line, Chiellini, why is he still playing? Like, look at
Bonucci.
PSG. Look at PSG. We, even though Thiago Silva is a very good defender still, and one of the best in my opinion, we still thought he was too old, and we moved from him and wanted to give Marquinhos a better chance and Kimpembe. How is these guys still playing Bonucci and Chiellini, man? I can't believe it. But I don't know. I I really don't think if Juventus lose this tie, I think the focus should be on them on being the biggest flops. Because
But
first,
this is gonna be. I think this is gonna be the first time Lionel Messi and Ronaldo get out of the round of 16. Is it the first time or what? Is it gonna be the first time if both of them go out in the same Champions League year?
maybe I don't. I think it was a long time ago. Barcelona went out from the round of 16.
What year was that?
I don't know. I think it was like 2000. It was because last year they came to the quarters. Then
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool, Roma. Barcelona usually come through the round of 16.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty sad to see, but man, Juventus they're
If it
finished.
happens again, I think it's gonna be the first time Cristiano Ronaldo and Leo Messi were knocked out of the Champions League round of 16, not even the quarters.
But you know, Juventus they give me like Manchester City vibes. Didn't
Mm-hmm.
they get knocked out by Ajax the first time Ronaldo was there,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and then Lyon. and now possibly Porto. Come on, that's embarrassing. We, we
Exactly.
need we need to think about this. Like Juventus, if they go out against Porto, they should be the biggest flops and frauds, in my opinion.
Wow. Wow. That's gonna be if they go out, Ronaldo agenda will not rest. People will say Ronaldo Messi get out on the same year. It won't go well.
You think that Ronaldo's gonna leave?
Possibly. We'll have to wait and see for that.
To which
Sam,
club would they?
how you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man.
Another W for me again. I'm on
Yeah,
fire, man.
Haaland came clutch.
I
I was
told you
really
I told you 3-2. You were laughing yesterday.
no, he was good. I really
No, I
enjoyed.
told you 3-2. You were laughing.
Yeah, man. The problem is you didn't bet all these matches. It's not only about.
Abdullahi,
I don't know. I don't like that. I probably I don't like betting.
No,
I'm not
Abdullahi,
used to
it's still
betting.
bet. It's good.
Yeah.
Abdullahi, you need to predict the Chelsea game. You need to predict
I'll
the
I will
Chelsea.
sure that I'll do that. I'll do that on Sunday. I will. I already told the change. I'll do that. I don't want to bet. I don't like kind of. I'm not used to betting. If I bet, I'll be a billionaire right now.
Seriously, but yeah, Sancho was really good today too.
I said yesterday, Allah to score brace and Dortmund was gonna win 3-2. People were like, "How do you give Dortmund?" I was like, Dortmund will win because I know Allah is in form. That guy will score no matter how you keep him silent. He will find a way to score goals, and it came out clutch. So I was not even surprised.
Who
I
was
knew
the, who
Dortmund
was
will
the guy?
concede goals. I knew they will concede.
What was the guy's name that scored the first goal?
Dahoud.
That guy is amazing, though. Anytime I watch
And
Dortmund, he always stands out. Not even
mhm.
because of this goal, but he's a good midfielder.
People are saying I'm using Juju. I'm not using Juju. I'm just my prediction is just on spot on. Don't worry. Next week, Man City prediction. You better hate me when I'm gonna be predicting Man City.
What
You
happened?
better hate me.
What about Juventus? What happened to your Juventus prediction?
My prediction went wild on Juventus. I was in the mud for Juventus. And the funniest part is I wanted to go for Porto 2-1, but I changed my mind because I knew Ronaldo has kind of have good moments in Champions League, so it's gonna come clutch. I wanted to predict it 2-1 to Porto. I was like, should I go for 2-1 Porto or just stick with the 2-0 Ronaldo, 3-0 Ronaldo? I don't think my prediction in the last minute 3-0 Juventus. That fucked me up because I wanted to go for Porto.
The thing is, Porto have a good defense. They actually have a
Mm-hmm.
good defensive record, so
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't surprised that they could hold off Ronaldo, even though Ronaldo wanted to turn into Penaldo
Mm-hmm.
with a last minute penalty.
People said it was a penalty.
I don't know. It's 50-50. It's not clear and obvious.
The VR kind of did they show the VR or no?
I don't think so because it has to be clear and obvious for VAR to want um to intervene. I don't think it's that clear. And even I
Wow.
think it's time for those ones. They should leave. Haaland and Mbappe should progress, and these two, Messi and Ronaldo, they should go back to their
Ronaldo already said it as he said he's retiring after the World Cup 2022. So fair enough, he's going. We already know. He said after the World Cup 2022, he's retiring.
They should retire. They've done enough. They've done more than enough.
More than how many years, 15 or 20 years now they've been playing football. So it's understandable. It's time for them to go. We need a new era. Ronaldo Messi era is over. We need a new era. We need Mbappe's era, Sancho's era, Haaland era, Joan Felix era to come through.
Foden era too.
Foden era.
Werner,
We need
Timo
those
Werner.
era to come in.
Timo Werner. Kai Havertz.
I said that.
No, it's gonna be the Rashford era. Rashford, Haaland or Rashford.
The only
Did
thing
someone
Rashford
just,
has done is
did
the only
someone
thing
just say
Rashford has-
Timo? Did someone just say Timo Werner?
Bro, to be honest, yeah, I'll swap Werner for Martial, bro.
Huh?
No, I won't do that.
I would.
I will not.
I would, fam. I would.
If Martial is
No,
Martial is the
to
striker for
be
Chelsea,
honest, yeah,
Who said they will
give
swap
Martial
Werner
the
for
chances
Martial?
that give Martial the chances that Werner has. You put away more.
he will miss it. Martial is
But
for
the
me.
problem is he's
Martial is
lazy.
not clinical.
Yeah, he's
He's
lazy. That is the
lazy.
problem.
He don't get the chances because he's lazy.
Mhm.
Martial is
If
not.
you say Martial for
Martial
Cavani
is
now,
not
I will
known for
agree.
a
If you
clinical.
say Werner for Cavani, I will agree. But Martial, hell no. Hell no.
Martial is not clinical. I'm surprised you think he is
He's not even clinical. He's not even up to that level at all.
at all.
If you're telling me
He's not.
give Werner to Dortmund and give me Haaland, I will massively agree with that immediately. I won't even turn back.
Yasa, who is the most
Abdullah,
clinical
would you take
striker
Haaland?
Yeah,
in Man U?
of course I will. Even Roman wants to buy Haaland because I think we need a
Yeah,
striker in the
he
summer.
said get top four and he'll do his best to get him.
He said he would do his best to get Haaland. I will not be surprised if we break the bank for Haaland. I will not be surprised.
Bro,
It's
that guy,
Chelsea team.
he's a walking brace. He's a
If
walking.
Chelsea get Haaland, I want United fans, Liverpool fans, Manchester fans to rest in peace. That's the haters is back. If Chelsea get Haaland, oh my god, everybody's gonna hate
My
Chelsea.
problem is I haven't gotten over this whole Harvard signing. Seriously,
Exactly.
this Harvard signing is really.
We haven't get over it now. Now we bought Haaland now. The hate is gonna come out. That hate. Imagine we bought Haaland and Sancho in the same season.
No, no.
I would
Apparently,
never in my
Tuchel
life.
wants Kessié, bro.
Sam, you said what?
I said I would never sub Marshall for Ronaldo.
Imagine we
Ronaldo
just
is
got
given.
Haaland and Sancho in the same
Yo,
summer.
Abdullahi.
Yep.
Yeah, Tuchel wants Kessié. What do you think
Yeah,
about
I
that?
saw it. He won't find KCA. A lot of people is gonna go this year. A
Nah,
lot of Sancho is gonna go
because Tomori is gonna go Milan. I think he's going, man.
permanently. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
permanently, and I think either Christian Pulisic and Hakim Ziyech, one of them is going in the summer.
Lampard fucked us over, man. Could have kept him.
Yeah, I think one of them is gonna go. Either Pulisic or Hakim Ziyech is going. So if a winger goes, we have to get a winger.
No, I
Someone has
don't
to come
think
in.
any of them are going to. I think those rumors are lies. I don't
Nah,
think
I
We will,
heard
in the
that
sum,
you heard they didn't want him. It's fake
we will
news, man.
see.
it's fake
We will
news.
see if it is lie or not. For me, I already said it. Pulisic is an endorsement for America. For me, it's an endorsement for America.
Well, shirt
They just
sales.
want to use. They want to use it for endorsement, just like Chelsea have Pulisic just for endorsement. Every time I walk
Don't
around
do
my
this
street, I
to
hear,
shit.
who club do you support? Chelsea. How is Pulisic doing? Get the hell out of here! Are you
Bro,
telling me
today gets bare
because of
people
Pulisic,
buying
Chelsea can't play
shirts.
football?
The shirt
But
sales
don't
are
you?
flying, man.
No, Abdullahi is 100% right, guys. That is literally like Pulisic is like the best thing ever. Like he's a
Yeah,
classic.
it's an endorsement for America. I
Yeah.
don't like every time I go my workplace. Every time they ask me, what club do you support? I say Chelsea. They're like, what about Pulisic? Get the hell out of here! So are you telling me Pulisic is what? No, no, no. I don't want that. Nah, no, I don't want
No,
that.
but don't you think Pulisic is for the future? I don't
It's
think
for
they
the
will
future, but
it's for
it's
the
an
future.
endorsement.
It's
I know it's
21.
an
He's
endorsement.
I'd keep
21.
him
They
over
won't they
Ziyech
won't
though.
sell
I'd
him.
keep him over Ziyech. I'd keep
Yeah,
him over Ziyech.
maybe they'll probably sell CH. Maybe
They won't sell ZH. All those rumors are lies.
I
ZH needs
lie.
more
It's true
money.
though. It's a lie for me though, because we
It's
have
too easy
ZH,
to purchase
Pulisic,
players.
and
Yeah, I want to
Odoi. So
ask you a
we'll
question.
probably need one more winger.
I want to ask you a question for the CO game. Would you play Ziyech for Atletico Madrid?
I would.
Yeah, same because he turns
I would
CO.
for the
That's the only thing
experience.
that's the only thing I'm holding on to because he turns up
We,
in the CO.
the problem is because Atletico and Madrid have been playing back three with Thomas Tuchel switch to a back four. He may surprise Atletico and play back four.
I hope it's Ziyech next week. If Havertz
Yeah,
named back in it.
I also want ZH because of his experience and just
Yeah,
because
because he said he wants the players to recover for like 2 days, have
Or
2 days rest,
Havertz
and
or
do whatever I
something.
want to do.
Maybe Havertz. I don't
Because
know.
the press asked him on the Newcastle match that how confident is he for the Atletico? He said next week Monday, ask me the same question again, then I will give her an answer. And I can tell you something. He said we'll give 100% assurance that we'll make it out of the round of 16. He said he's confident that he will assure. Yeah.
He's playing against Simeone. He's not playing
Bro,
against
to
the
be
child.
honest, I'm expected to lose the game in it because they're the best team in Europe, bro.
I know.
And the thing is ZH is ZH has that power to actually make something out of nothing.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that Valencia game, man. That goal. Fucking hell.
Exactly. So he has to start for me for that game.
What did
Havertz
he
will
come out
go.
start?
I know the reason why it's not been starting because I think Thomas Tuchel want to ease him into the team step by step.
No,
That's
no,
the point.
But the thing is, he said, he's not. He needs to adapt to the Premier League, but see.
No, and he said he's been overplayed way too much under Lampard. He's been playing so many matches that he's not been
CEO's not a
resting.
problem for him. I think he got pinned, CEO, man.
Yeah. The
What
thing
did he
is,
come out?
Lampard didn't ease him in because ZH
Mhm.
didn't have a he had to be taking extra care of because of the Ajax league.
Exactly. I think that's the reason. That's the reason Tuchel has been easing him into the team. I believe I still have a chance to play it because they asked him. He said I have no problem with Akim. Akim is gonna play because I want to ease him into the team first. You know, just put him
Yeah.
in the team and they
The
say
thing is with Lampard, all the signings he bought, he just stuck them in straight away. He didn't flip in. He didn't like with signings. Yeah, you're not supposed to play him straight away. That's
No,
the
exactly.
thing.
it's also because of
So
injuries, and also I just feel the squad like Kovacic and Jorginho were not playing to that level
don't
to
worry,
be
we'll talk about
bench
Chelsea
them.
for that month. Don't
Well, under
worry, we'll talk
Lampard,
about
yeah,
Chelsea.
Lampard made him into a
So talk
profit.
to me about the Juventus Dortmund match and the Juventus Porto match and the Dortmund Sevilla match. Talk to me about it. Sam,
Yeah,
talk to me about it.
yeah, the Sevilla Dortmund match. I think the standouts from those matches were Haaland for sure.
I need to
Sa-
talk to because the guys are telling me on Twitter that I'm using Juju, but guys, I'm not using Juju. I just put it there yesterday. Because I already knew what's gonna happen. So I predicted my score. I put it out already. I'm not using any Juju. I'm not.
Sancho was good. Even this Akanji was really good. He was solid
Hmm.
too in the back
Yep.
with
Mm-hmm.
Hummels. So
Yep.
yeah, it was a good match. I was surprised because I predicted Sevilla to win, and
Mm-hmm.
they were really bad on the transition, which is unlike them. They
Mm-hmm.
couldn't stop Sancho and Haaland. And yeah, for the Juventus match, Ronaldo, I feel sorry for him, sure, because I just feel they let him down by signing Pirlo.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should have looked for a man like a world class manager. I don't think Pirlo is the man for that job right now. But it's
Should they get
Ronaldo's
sacked
second
end of
leg.
the season or it's too early for him?
No, he must be sacked if they don't win the league. And if they get knocked out right now, it's a must for him to get sacked.
But why was he given the job at the first if
It's
it's gonna be
PR
stuck end of
move.
the
It's
season?
PR move. And also we have to realize that there are no more world class coaches anymore in this place. That's why you
Mm-hmm.
see United have Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, um, Chelsea had Lampard, Arsenal have
Mm-hmm.
Arteta. If you can see, there's no world class coaches anymore. So it, like who would have been the
Yeah,
realistic
same
option
with
for
centre backs. To be
Juventus?
fair,
Who would you have taken instead of Pirlo as their coach for
Allegri.
Juventus?
Maximilian Allegri.
But they know Allegri. It's the
They
same
sacked
thing.
Allegri
They
because of
sacked
the,
him.
they said he's playing
Why you sack Allegri?
because they
What
say he's playing defensive football.
what did they do now? What kind of
No,
football
no.
are they playing now?
But apart
They
from
ain't no
Allegri, who would you take? Apart from Allegri,
Who is available to take? Who's available? I'm,
Nagelsmann.
I'm trying to. Nagelsmann is very young. He's very young. Nagelsmann is young. He's inexperienced. Nagelsmann is at least 3 or 4 years experience in the top level club. He makes so many mistakes for me. He makes so many mistakes.
maybe Inzaghi, but I don't think Inzaghi is even a top
Oh,
manager.
the Lazio manager.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's the
Ancelotti.
thing.
Gasperini, Gasperini.
Yeah, Gasperini is a good shout, actually. Gasperini is a good shout. Yeah,
Atalanta? Mm,
yeah,
The Atalanta. Oh,
yeah,
hmm.
Gasperini. No.
yeah. That's a good one, actually.
The
I
thing
think
is, yeah,
That's
Spurs
when
can get him.
Sarri went, I thought he would do well, but it didn't work out, bro. Because
But
he's a good
Sarri's
coach.
not a bad manager. I don't
Yeah,
understand. I don't
that's
understand
what
the
I'm saying.
notion
That's what I'm
that
saying. When he went there, I
yeah,
thought he would do good. I
No,
thought he would
you
do
yeah.
know
well.
why they sacked Sarri? Sarri said something that was a little bit ridiculous. He said the Juventus curse when they lost to who did they
As
lose
well,
to?
also when
Lyon.
they lost to Napoli, he was like, "Oh, I'm happy for them because I love the people of Napoli." And that when they lost to
Yes,
Napoli, in that, yeah.
he said some. I don't think Sarri was that mid. Like, as a coach, you shouldn't be talking about curses. That oh, your team is cursed.
I
Hmm.
He said
remember when he was in
something
the
like
Chelsea
that.
manager in January, he wanted to get Barella and Paredes, but we didn't get it. We didn't end up getting them. Imagine that.
Exactly. Hmm.
But I hope he goes to Inter or something, or probably Milan.
Because I think if Antonio Conte doesn't win the Scudetto, I
Yeah.
think Massimo Allegri will go to Inter Milan.
Guys, do you guys think Pirlo is gonna get sacked?
It's possible though. Juventus, we need Juventus to be ruthless. Though. We need them to be ruthless. They don't care. They just want to win.
If they
I,
don't win
I, I
the
disagree with
Scudetto,
that,
that means
Kaladi.
I
I,
don't know.
I disagree, guys. Like I think that Pirlo is might be the manager that Juventus were probably gonna stick with because there's no reason to hire Pirlo. There was legit no logical reason why you hire Pirlo. and you know he's going to be inexperienced. You know he's going to take time for him
I
to.
think it's. I think yes. I think it is a trend that is going around the world that let's bring in a legend into the team. That is
Yeah,
the
Zidane,
trend that is going around.
it's Zidane's fault. After that three-peat, everybody's
Yeah,
head and everything.
yes.
everybody fall into it. Yeah,
Yes.
I wasn't surprised.
But the thing you also have to realize is that we thought this about Lampard too, that oh, since they hired an inexperienced manager, they won't sack him.
I
Um,
knew they would sack Lampard from day
To
one
be
because
honest, yeah,
I put it
like
out. I knew it. When I knew it was because it was a 2 year. I already said the 2 years apprenticeship.
yeah,
After 1 year,
bro.
but
But do you when we hired him, do you think any other manager would have taken the job?
not
Yeah,
really. But my problem is
yeah.
for me, the job was given to Terry. Terry rejected the job, and then that was when Pochettino was sacked, and they said it was too early for me that they want to take a 1 year
no,
sabbatical.
Pochettino
So
was still
they contacted Allegri. Allegri said no. He was sacked by Juventus that year.
They Ranick wanted the job, but it was only that they offered him a interim. He didn't want to be
Hmm.
interim.
No,
He wanted
before
to be.
Tuchel was that was before
Oh,
Tuchel was hired.
oh shit.
I'm
But
talking about when Lampard was hired.
Abdullahi, let me ask this question to the Chelsea fans here.
Hmm.
I understand what you guys are saying that it's going to be very tough for someone else to get hired, and Lampard was basically one of the few people that was available. But my question is like,
Lampard was not only the one that was even available. I think there were a few managers that were available then, but
but
Lampard
then
was like, I wanted that job early.
wouldn't you guys? Okay, imagine what. But then don't you guys have Gus Hiddink? Don't you guys usually just hire Gus Hiddink?
No, no. The problem is the
We
problem
just have him
with
for
I
one
no no
year.
no. The problem is when we signed Timo Werner and Kai Havertz, it was like for a long time. And when Lampard was hired, I said it to HH when he was hired. I said it. This is not gonna work. He asked me why. I said because it was a failure from day one. Roman already set up Lampard to fail. Why he hired him? Why he gave him the job for 2 3 years? Because he wanted him to fail. I was like, okay, they're gonna give him a leeway because we have a transfer ban and also integrated
But that
youth to
was
the team. It's gonna give 1 year. So when the 1 year was over, then I was like, he will get sacked before the season finished because I know Roman from day one. What Roman doesn't like is Roman. You don't want to tell Roman, boss, I finished top four. Roman will be angry that top four is not the level of Chelsea. I want
but
to win trophy.
okay.
There have not been a season. This is there have not been a season in Chelsea. No manager in Chelsea career in Chelsea tenure never won a trophy. Jose, Avra Grant goes. Everybody won the trophy under Roman Abramovich. Lampard was the first manager after what? How many years? Yeah, he did not win any trophy. So it's not. Chelsea has it. We have a structures in Chelsea. Every manager that take over always win a trophy, but Lampard did not. So I knew it from day one that it was always a failure. It wasn't gonna be a
Abdullahi,
success.
doesn't make any sense though because look, I understand you guys had a transfer ban, but your transfer ban was reduced to one transfer, so it was only the summer transfer. So
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't it make sense, even if you bring in Lampard, to him to be an interim manager, and
Lampard will
then
not be an, you know why? Lampard will not be an interim because he wanted to be the manager of Chelsea football. It's gonna be
He's
a
too
dream for him.
arrogant. He's too
but
arrogant.
And for me, it was Lampard is two things. He's stubborn and he
Arrogant.
lack he lack experience.
yes, but
Stubborn and inexperience is stubborn and kind of arrogant. I want to put both of them together. It's inexperience because if you look at the way Chelsea play, there's some certain players for me who doesn't deserve to play that match, who doesn't deserve to play in that Chelsea team. But Lampard keep playing them. And Lampard will say something. I play player based on merit. He keep mentioning that thing 1 2 3 4 times, but he never fulfill his word with whatever he said. That for me, tell me he doesn't know what he's doing as a manager. You cannot tell me I play player based on merit and you put those players on the bench. What are you telling those players? When those players came out, I saw them shaking their head. Then I knew there was a problem because the man management of Lampard is poor. Lampard will wait till like 75 minutes or 80 minutes to bring on his first substitution. Now tell me, how does a manager reason that way? How? How does a tactician reason that way? The lack of inexperience. We as a fans, we can see what is going on in the pitch. You as a manager can see it. Now tell me, does that warranty a success for me? No, it doesn't. And you are telling the boss I want Declan Rice and Tarkowski. It's not. It doesn't work that way. When you're telling the
Brexit.
boss you want
Brexit.
Declan
Yeah.
Rice and they went for Declan for like 100 million, it's not possible. It's not
but
that we don't have the money to play for Declan Rice, but the money Declan Rice doesn't want that kind of amount of money. And Tarkowski, does Tarkowski really improve that Chelsea defense? No, it doesn't. So his scouting is poor. His man management as a manager is poor. His overall as a manager is, for me, is class A.
No,
So why
no.
are we even having that conversation of Lampard being a long time, because it's already a failure from day one? Why are we bringing it up again? I knew it from day one, so I was prepared for it when he's gonna get sacked. I
But
was happy that finally he's gone.
But Abdullahi, I don't understand because like one thing I never understood is like I understand what you're saying, and I feel
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of when Lampard, for me, I'm a Man United fan. When Lampard was hired as Chelsea manager, I was shocked because I literally was watching Lampard manage Derby. So
I
in my
wasn't shocked.
I
Said,
was
you know why I wasn't shocked? You know why I wasn't shocked? Because when he was hired, I was laughing. And I told Echi that when he was hired, I told Echi that this man is gonna fail with Chelsea. He said, why? He said, I'm not negative, but I knew this thing from day one. Roman is setting this man up for a failure. Why do you bring this man in? Because you know he's a club legend. You want to tarnish his image. So why do you bring him in now? Why not wait after 5 or 7 or 10 years after he has that experience? He has that man
You know what
management. He
else is
has
so
that
annoying?
he has that brain.
You know what else is annoying? When we hired him, yeah, his all his life, like there's so much people that flipping they love him more than the club, bro. Can't even lie. People love him
Exactly.
more than the club, bro.
That's those proper Chelsea fans who love Lampard than the Chelsea Football Club. But they've forgotten something. The owner of Chelsea Football Club isn't like the
You hear
Glazers of
that guy?
United,
You hear that guy
or
right
the
now?
gas or the gas Indik of Arsenal. Roman is a winner, and he will bring in a winner into Chelsea to win. He wants to create an identity. That is what Chelsea has been lacking. The previous manager who has taken up Chelsea are all winners, from Jose to Di Matteo to Antonio Conte, even to Sarri. He won the Europa League. All of them are winners. Lampard isn't a winner for me because he's inexperienced. He is.
Yeah, what they'll say is like, oh, should have kept him for the project and that, but the guy was never going anywhere. So what's the point of keeping him if you know he's not good enough, innit?
Exactly.
That's the thing.
I mean, the crazy thing was the US only had the transfer ban was only for one window. So
Mm-hmm.
the idea would have been, okay, if we can't find anyone, let's bring in an interim manager, and then that'll give us some more time to find a permanent manager during
We
the
can't
winter.
bring you know why we can't bring an interim manager, because Roman doesn't want to pay any manager money anymore. He's been pay, do you know how much he paid Antonio Conte? Conte
22
was
million, 22 million.
he doesn't want to do that anymore because it's like wasting money for Roman. The reason we bought Koi Havertz and Timo Werner was for a long term process. So we need a manager who can integrate those two
Yeah.
players into that. That is a big
It
investment.
reminds me of
Timo Werner and Koi Havertz is a big investment for
yeah.
Chelsea,
It's like in
in which
2012.
they don't
It's
want to
like in
lose.
2012 when we bought
So
Hazard and
now
Oscar.
Tuchel coming in now shows Chelsea that now we have a manager who knows what he's doing, who has brain, who can implement tactics to the team and bring that identity in which we've been lacking from day one. My first choice was Massimiliano Allegri, because I know bringing Allegri, I have no problem. I can sleep and watch Chelsea winning because Allegri will win. He will find a way to win. Same thing with Tuchel too. So I can understand why they hire Tuchel, because I know he has that experience. So I understand that. I completely do. So bringing Lampard in from day one was a failure for me. It was a total failure. It was.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things where like I was because the thing is the expectation with Lampard was there.
Mm-hmm.
Like how good of a manager is he? Well, he only managed Derby, and
He
to
managed
manage.
that from six. It took them from sixth position to six again.
Yeah, it was. I feel like you said, Abdullahi, you was set up to fail, and I feel like it was almost expected in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the same thing with like all these other managers, like with Pirlo, and now with like the same thing with Pirlo. Why
Mm-hmm.
Why would Juve hire Pirlo? Pirlo didn't even, bro. He was trying to get into management. He was a manager of the under 23s, I believe. And
Yep.
I don't think he managed like a day. Day later, he became the manager of Juve, the first team. And it's wild. It's like you think about it, you're like, why? Why?
It's
But
the
I mean,
Zidane effect. It's the Zidane effect. That's why
Yep.
everyone is trying it to see. That's what they did with Lampard in a way too. They wanted to see if Lampard could have that same effect like his first season, and then
Hmm.
on a crazy run, and then we win the Champions League or win the Premier League.
It's not gonna
The
happen.
moment,
It
the
won't,
moment it didn't happen, they were like,
because it was inexperience from day one. Because that was why I was not even angry when Lampard was hired. I was just laughing when he was hired. I was like, "Oh man, why are you doing this? You are you've won under previous manager who has come in Chelsea. They have been a winner. Why are you bringing Lampard in to set up him for failure? Why, Roman? Why do you do this?" Then I calmed down when he was hired. I was like, Roman, I'm giving this guy 1.5 years to get the hell out of Chelsea Football Club, because he's gonna set up for a failure. Then I was not even surprised when he was sacked, because I knew him from day one. He's gonna get sacked after 1 year, because it wasn't a success from day one. So I already know. So I wasn't even mad or even angry. That was when we lose against Arsenal. I was angry because the expectation of Chelsea is, we know about rivalry, Tottenham Hotspur, Arsenal, West Ham. We know those rivalry. We can't lose to Arsenal 3 goals to 1 and no performance at all. No performance. And Lampard is telling me you crossing both to Timo Werner and Pulisic when you have a proper number 9 on the bench, doing what? Warming the bench. That's a poor man management for me. Poor man management for me. That's poor. He doesn't really know what he's doing. To kill everything. You're telling Mason Mount to be the Acosta of Chelsea Football Club, to be the dictator of that team. It's not gonna work. It's
no,
not.
no, Abdullah, he didn't do that. It was Ziyech that's why he always played Ziyech. That's why in a way he even overplayed.
Ziyech needed the rest. Everybody knows he needed the rest.
Yeah,
But
but
Lampard will tell us, is it this, is it that? When he gets injured, I already said Lampard, can you just rest this guy? He need a massive rest.
yes, but that's the thing. Lampard trusted Ziyech a little bit too much because he wanted Ziyech to be that guy. He
Yeah,
didn't Mason Mount. The problem Mason Mount is playing is because our other players are not playing to that level.
to
That's
that
the
level.
problem.
And Mason Mount is not a bad player, but Lampard is overplaying him too much, that is
Yes,
causing
for sure.
all the hate in the social media. Everybody wanted him to rest because he's been playing so many matches. He has been. So I can understand what is going on in the club. I know. So I understand what is
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on.
But for Pirlo though, I think for sure he's going to get sacked if they don't win that
But
spot.
the problem is, who is the available manager at the moment that
No,
they're
they
gonna
won't.
hire?
I believe they won't sack him, guys.
But
That
let me come to Damien now. Damien,
no,
Ronald Koeman is the coach of Barcelona. Will you be happy if you guys get Xavi Hernandez in, or will you prefer having Koeman in at the moment? Because Xavi is yes, is a manager of maybe Saudi Arabia, or which club is he even coaching? Yes, but the problem is, you get it needs the backing in the transfer window. And now Lionel Messi is leaving. You're gonna be working with him, mostly Trincao, Luke Puig, so many young youth players in that team. How long will you give that team to rebuild? Because it's gonna take a long time for Barcelona to come back. It's gonna take huge long time. Do you trust the next manager coming in, maybe Andre Pirlo, maybe Xavi Hernandez, to be that kind of manager that kind of rebuild that team from the scratch to the top, maybe to the bottom and to the top, just to make you guys be the force everybody has been waiting for?
No. I don't want Javi to, become a manager of, you know, this club. We need a manager that knows how to, deal with situations like this.
Mm-hmm.
Help our young players grow. We
Mm-hmm.
can't have another inexperienced manager and one of these legends coming back to the club. We see now with Chelsea, United, Juve, all of these
Mm-hmm.
teams. So I just wouldn't want that to happen and like ruin his legacy. So I would rather stick with Coleman and at least stay with him for until next season,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll see like maybe if like whatever managers out there
I
or if
think
he's
next
going
summer
for.
they're gonna be Nagelsmann. Nagelsmann is gonna be leaving this now, because I think they're gonna a lot of club is gonna want him. Madrid is
Yeah.
gonna want him, so he's gonna be available. Nagelsmann is gonna be available.
Yeah, I want to ask Damien about would you have kept Valverde if you knew you guys would hire Coman and um this other guy, the Tiki Taka guy, the one that just got sacked?
Oh, Setien.
That's
Setien,
him. Saint Etienne. I call him Saint Etienne.
Um, to be honest, I would have kept him. I don't think he was doing like bad. I know, like he did bottled two leads against Rome and Liverpool, but he did his best. We won two league titles straight, so I mean he didn't do as bad as like people think. I mean, like he did his best with like a bad bunch and made more pragmatic with a team that was in decline. So I would have kept him if I knew that we would have hired uh, Setien and Coleman.
Yeah, that makes sense because Valverde, as you said, he wasn't that bad. At
It
least.
wasn't.
Yeah,
That's so crazy, guys. You guys talk about Valverde for what reason? He was a good manager.
well, mainly because he didn't play the quote unquote Barcelona way.
Wait, but that's a good thing though. Valverde would be a good Juventus manager, actually.
Hmm.
Yeah, true.
That's true though. That's very true.
Yeah.
Hmm. See that?
Because
See, it's interesting, right? When the manager leaves, then you understand.
but is it side? Let me put it this way: would you prefer? Yeah, I mean, I want you to be objective with this. Would you prefer Allegri in United or Nagelsmann?
That's a tough question. Um, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I really don't care about style of play.
The reason I ask is you know why I ask that? Because United board doesn't understand what is called success, and that's the reason the failure has been coming. That's why I say you need a manager who understands the definition of winning. We can install that winning mentality into those players and the board. Because people may compare Chelsea does the iron and firing, but we forget something. Roman is a winner. Roman loves Chelsea Football Club. Roman will not mind. He won't mind if a player is 150. Roman will tell you, "I'll buy that player for you." He wants to win. So you need a manager who knows how to win. So when he's gonna instill that winning mentality into those players and into that board. The only player that I know wants to win in that United is Bruno Fernandes because he always saw he had that attitude of I want to win, I don't want to lose. He has that mentality in himself. Other players need to learn from him because for me, I believe he should be the captain of United, not Harry Maguire,
Yes.
because he has that ability, he has that mind, he has that brain of winning. So you need a manager who can instill that winning mentality into those players, who will make them a winner, who can make them have that fear factor, both in England and both in Europe.
Yeah, you make a very, very fair point. If I'm being honest, style of play is secondary to me. For me, I feel like as a big club, you should always want to win titles. Um, because I mean, this is an argument I got with a lot of Tottenham fans, where like, okay, I understand why you don't like Mourinho, but then they say that the reason they don't like Mourinho is because he's playing pragmatic football and that Pochettino's football was so much better. I'm here saying like you guys haven't won anything with Pochettino's football. Playing good football is good. It's fun and fantastic. It's entertaining to watch. But the reality is that there's better teams that play better attacking football, which is Manchester City. I no matter how no matter how good my play is, no matter how entertaining my play is, Man City is going to do it better. They're going to do it way better than I can ever do it. So at the end of the day, you need a manager that can say, you know what, we can't play this type of football that we know how to play against certain teams. But he figures out a way that he can get his team to win matches and eventually win titles. That's the thing that a lot of fans, when I talk to Spurs fans that annoy me, is like, you guys have an opportunity to win your first trophy under Mourinho is forever. And for me, it gets to a point where, like, as a fan, where like I just want to see my team win a trophy. It's getting to that point where, like, when was the last time Manchester United have won a trophy? It was
That was the reason when you come to United. That was the reason people had to go at me when I wanted Lampard sack from day one. They were calling me racist. They were calling me this kind of. I was laughing when they called. You guys doesn't know I've been supporting Chelsea since 2003, even before Roman took over. When Claudio Ranieri was there, that was when I became a Chelsea fan. So it's been very long. So when Roman took over, I know the Chelsea era, the structures of that Chelsea team. I know it. So Lampard hiring was a failure from day one. That is what the proper Chelsea fan doesn't understand. They believe it's a club. It needs to be given time. Are you gonna tell me Lampard given time we're gonna succeed in Chelsea Football Club? It's not gonna happen. It won't, because the dressing room and the playing style for me is dicey. It doesn't look good. The players, the fans are clashing with each other. I've never seen Chelsea fans clash with each other before. The first time that happened was under Sarri, when there was like fuck Sarri ball. That was when it was Sarri didn't even go legitly. It was the fans who sacked Sarri. So the same thing happened with Lampard. Fans are clashing with each other. Imagine there was fans in the pitch, and all this kind of thing is happening. Lampard will not even last till now. When it will have been sacked since September if there was fans in that team. That's how bad it is being a Chelsea fan. So that's why we need to understand the expectation of Chelsea Football Club is high. When you come to Chelsea, you know automatically you want to win. The result is the key. If you don't get the result, you're out of the door. That's the level of Chelsea.
I would like to ask Yasa, how long do you give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to win a trophy?
This is I'm very biased towards Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I love him, but if I'm being objective, I will give him. It depends. I really want to win a trophy this season. I feel like, but I know the reality is that the only trophy we can possibly win this season is the Europa League. Because as long as City's in the FA Cup, I don't think we're gonna beat City for the FA Cup. I mean, we have a chance to, but we're not gonna beat City. So for me, I would give them one more season. I think next season, if Ollie has to win something, I mean, this season for me is about progressing and finishing at the top four and finishing with better points, more points and progression. Next season for me is about winning trophies. Like you must win something, and that's the time where I'm like, okay, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not good enough. If he doesn't win anything next year, because it's been way too long. It's been way too long. Last time we won a trophy was Mourinho, Europa League. Yes, that's the last time you won a trophy. You won the Europa League under. That's something people never give Mourinho credit for. That look at that team he won Europa League with. Not only did we win the Europa League, I remember we won Europa League and we also won the League Cup as well. He won 2 trophies with that team. That team that had a midfield of Fellini, Marian Fellini, had Phil Jones and Smalling as his centre back partnership. Guys, let me repeat that. Phil Jones and Chris Smalling. He had Ashley Young playing as left back. I mean, sometimes, I guess Mourinho, I believe has passed his best now. But certain things, like, I look at it and I'm like, how? How is this even possible? It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
No, Mourinho is disrespected a lot, for sure.
Mhm.
People like, I think this whole Guardiola era of tiki taka affected him a lot too, because a lot of people are comparing, well, that Mourinho's football has to be like that. And I think
Mhm.
it's unfair because every manager has their own style. And as far as it gets them results, especially with Mourinho's record, who wouldn't do what he's doing? Like, if you're doing something and it's giving you the success that Mourinho has had, there's no need of changing it. So, I,
100%, Sam. You make a beautiful point because that's one thing I never understood. Like when Barcelona was dominant, everyone wanted to play like Barcelona. In my mind, I'm here thinking, there's no way in God's earth that you're gonna beat Barcelona at their own game when they're the one they're the inventors of it. How are you gonna beat Barcelona and tiki taka playing tiki taka? Impossible. Arsenal tried to do it in the Champions League. They got smacked up by. I remember when Manchester City tried to do it, and Barcelona just passed around them and embarrassed them. There was that one game where like Messi was just taking the mick out of Manchester City, where he was just like he was like nutmegging every single player. And
Yeah, I remember.
that, I think Yaya Toure told him, please man, don't don't do that to me. It's crazy. It's like you said, it's like everyone loves to play like Pep Guardiola, but Pep Guardiola will always beat you at his own game. So
Exactly, and you can see it even in Spain when Mourinho was there with Pep. You can see that Mourinho is the only one who really challenged him. And even in the Premier League, this like apart from last season, Mourinho has always actually
I think
gotten along with Pep.
oh, Flamingo in the house. Shout out to Brazil. Yep, yep, yep. Flamingo.
Brazil, Brazil.
Flamingo in the house. Yeah, the Brazil. Yep, yep. Shout out to Flamingo. Yeah. So for me, I think EPL this year have changed a lot because of the way technology has been, and because of the way technology has been at the moment. A lot of things have changed recently in terms of the UCL, the way teams play now. Everybody wants to start playing from the back, play ball from the back, and some teams are used to it and some teams are not used to it. But it's gonna take a while for everybody to get used to that kind of play ball from the back and everything. It will take time though, but I think fair enough. This era of tiki-taka football for me, I don't know what to say, man. Is taking huge lot of thing in some players and some managers' mind from like Pep Guardiola to that kind of cool. I can understand why, but sometimes you gotta understand technology is involved, so everything changes. Not even time, everything changes. So technology is involved, everything changes a lot. So I understand.
Yeah,
Understand. So let me come to Damien. Damien, in your mind, which manager would you want in your club at the moment? Even if Ronald Koeman go maybe tomorrow or maybe at the end of the season, which manager would you prefer?
Wait, which one? What
I mean,
Nagelsmann?
if Ronald Koeman maybe Ronald Koeman is gone, which manager would you prefer to come in?
Um,
Because we know Lionel Messi will eventually leave in the summer. We know. So now you're gonna start a rebuild. So which manager would you prefer to come in?
to be honest, probably gonna have to
Mm-hmm.
roll with Nagelsmann
Why?
because we need uh how would I say? I feel like we need like a new era at the club. I feel like we need a new direction.
Mm-hmm.
To put it like that. Yeah, I feel like if we get Nagelsmann, we can get a manager that, young up and coming. And we
Mm-hmm.
got some, young players like Ansu Fati, Trincao,
Mm-hmm.
Araujo, all of them guys, and maybe he can help them because we've seen that he can develop players very good.
Mm-hmm.
So
But do you think those kind of player like Antoine Griezmann, Braithwaite, those ego player team won't force Nagelsmann out of the door because as a manager who is that young and not so much experience. Yeah, people may say he has like 7 years experience because he's been coaching Offenham a lot of time, but those are in Bundesliga. It's kind of different than the La Liga. So a little bit like a little bit of experience, not like someone like Pep, Jose, Allegri, who has been on their hate games many years. Those players like um, Braithwaite, Griezmann, those that has like egos. Don't know that he's gonna force Nagelsmann hand in terms of a young manager, in terms of what he's doing. Because sometimes if the result doesn't go the way you want it, this player will come out and say, "Yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's too young. He's too young for the he has to go." This kind of stuff it happens. Manager, some player doesn't like manager, and some player does.
yeah, well, it kind of depends on because I feel like if we get like our president
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like whoever it is, I don't think he would allow that if he does go for Nagelsmann. I feel like he would, let the players, go to make sure that like like everything is like a good environment for him as a manager to grow and and grow with the team and grow with these young players and get the old players out of here and just start off new.
What is Barcelona going to do with Griezmann?
Uh, to be honest, I don't even know. I mean, we'll probably like
You
sell
need to
him.
sell so many players in that team for the
Yeah,
rebuild. Griezmann, Ousmane Dembele, get out. Braithwaite, follow. A lot
Coutinho,
of
Piquewi,
players.
Long legs.
PK Longley, get out. Just go.
Isn't he still
So
there?
many players. So Jordi Alba to follow. He has
Yeah,
to go. He has to. So many players has to go in your team that rebuild doesn't happen overnight. It takes process and time to
yeah.
happen. It takes a lot of time to happen. It takes huge lot of time to happen because
Barcelona
now no
also
Messi,
very
new
lucky.
Heras is coming in now. So those new Heras has to perform on par.
Mm.
But for me, I also believe that it also depends on the manager who comes into the team. Because if they have a manager who knows what he's doing, he can implement that winning mentality into the team and make them look better. Yes, it's a young team, they'll make mistakes, but people can say identity, style of play, in which they'll be happy about.
The thing is, even I think that number one, they have to sell a lot of players, Barcelona,
A lot, a lot, a lot
and
of players.
even I think they were very lucky in the last 20 years. Is that when Ronaldinho was leaving, Messi was there. When
Mm-hmm.
Rivaldo was leaving, it's like they were very lucky with their rebuild. There were always
Mm-hmm.
players coming up. When Guardiola was leaving, there were
Yeah.
people ready. Maybe they have that now, but I don't think those players are of that same quality. So for sure, to take a top manager, it will take
Mm-hmm.
also very wise spending. They have to spend
Mm-hmm.
wisely and actually buy the players they need for
Mm-hmm.
probably the managers or that's one thing I like top clubs most of the time you don't even buy players for your manager. You buy
Yeah.
players that you can see in the team for like 10 years, even if
10
you have
years. Yeah.
five
That's
five
what
different
Bayern.
managers.
Exactly. You're very correct. You're very right. You're very right.
So Abdullah, who do you think is going to qualify from this round of these two matches that we played? Dortmund and Sevilla and Juventus, and
Who do I think who's gonna what?
who's going to go to the next round?
After the second leg, I would say for now I can say.
It's Haaland,
No, no,
bro.
but
It's
after the
Haaland
second
time.
leg, you would know then.
You
I
already
don't mean
know.
winning.
Because
Abdullah,
after the second
It's
he's
Haaland
trying.
time.
Abdullah is trying to be slick.
after the second leg we know because I'm not predicting at the moment.
No,
Abdullah,
I mean,
after the second leg, that's it. We already know. It's over.
No, because I have to give me time to think because I can't just decide because those positions I made, I have a lot of time to think about it. It takes me like sometimes weeks, sometimes months before I predict it. So it's gonna take me time to predict. I'm serious because my prediction wanted to change after the PSG. When I had Neymar, I was like, thank God Neymar's playing. Baka is going home finally. When I had Neymar was out, I was like, my Lord in heaven. Oh my God. So a day before the Champions League, I was like, PSG going to. Then when H was like making the plan, I told H, come to me last, maybe second to last. So when it came to me, I was like, because when it came, I was writing out the prediction of other clubs. I was writing out the prediction on the paper. I was like, okay, Juventus, Barcelona, Chelsea, Man City, Real Madrid. I was writing them out. I was like, okay. When they came to me, it took me time to kind of give me. I was like, 4-1. It looked, it was even laughing like, so you want to start JC? I was like, no. Mbappe will score another trick and it's gonna be 4-1. It was just everybody was just laughing. I was like, because I was writing the prediction, I was even cracking my brain trying to figure out how I'm gonna do the permutation. So it's gonna take me time. I want to see the second leg. After the second leg, that will give me time to like this team can go to the final, this can go to the semis, and this can go to the quarters. I will know because I will see them play.
Oh no,
At
that's
this
too
moment,
early.
it's too early.
I didn't ask you if they are going who is going to go to the final. I mean, out of Sevilla and Juventus, who will go to the next round?
It's tough
Like who is going to
because
be in the round of
in the
16?
second leg, Ronaldo could turn up in it. He could turn up in Turin.
Yeah,
It's 2-1. So Ronaldo could just be like, "I want to beat the ball and turn up
yes.
in Turin."
That's the
Very
thing with
possible.
that match. The goal that Juventus scored was very important.
Was very is a plus because now it's give them leeway because Porto may go to Turin now and collapse in Turin.
Yeah, I mean, I can
Very
see
possible.
Ronaldo scoring a brace. That's all he
Hmm.
needs. Two goals, they go through.
Yeah, but if the match ended in 2-1, it goes to extra time.
What about 1-0 Juventus? Who
One
goes through?
Yeah. That's
Juventus go through
Exactly.
because
The
they
only
have an
one.
away goal.
but Sam, I feel like Porto is gonna score. I don't trust that defense. That's the
That's
only
true though.
problem.
That's true. That's true. It's very possible. Very possible. That's true. Very possible though. Because
You know,
if the match end 1-1, if it end 1-1, Juventus are out.
I'm not here. I'm gonna give you a prediction. I'm gonna give you a prediction. Okay, I believe Sevilla is gonna go through. Sevilla is gonna win at Dortmund's house. I believe will be
Damien, are you
two.
listening? I'm not predicting. It's not me. It's
No, no,
Saeed. It's not me.
no. This is my prediction. My prediction. I believe Sevilla will score two goals and at the away, and I think Dortmund will go down.
No,
Really?
it's very
That's his
possible
prediction. It's
because
not me.
Dortmund, they really effed up by allowing Sevilla to get that second goal. I feel
The
like
problem is, you see, Signal. For me, before I even did that prediction yesterday, I knew it gonna be 3-2 because my mind was telling me, "Sir, Alan will score. This Alan will score. He's in form. This guy is in form. He's the most top player in the world football now. He will show me something. He doesn't disappoint." And I'm happy it did not disappoint. I'm so happy it did not disappoint. So I was like 3-2. Because everybody was like, I'm gonna give Dortmund a chance 3-2. People was like Sevilla. I said no. Dortmund 3, Sevilla 2. And it came out true. I'm informed. Just wait on my prediction on Man City and Chelsea next week. Just wait on it. Real Madrid also to wait on my prediction.
no, man, that Madrid match is going to. Okay, what about Yasa and Europa League? What do you think about
I'm gonna say, do you want us to do Europa League tomorrow? Maybe I could do some of Europa League tomorrow. Then we'll do the preview, the post match.
I'm gonna tell you this. I think we're gonna lose tomorrow. I think I think, bro. I think we're gonna lose tomorrow. I don't think we're gonna go through this round, man. I
We
think,
succeeded. A very good team. A very
yeah,
good team.
Real Sociedad would
Where are
take.
they, where are they in the table? Let me check that. Let me check the table.
I think they're sixth. I think. Yeah,
Yeah, what?
I think sixth.
Sixth?
Yeah.
no
No,
fifth?
they are sixth
They're
in table.
fifth.
Oh, six.
No,
So
no.
Sevilla is Sevilla is fourth. Barcelona are third. Real Madrid are fourth. Real Madrid are second. Wait, how did Real Madrid go above Barcelona? How?
Barcelona. I don't know, man. Oh, they played an extra game. Oh, they played 23 games.
Wait. Damien, how did Barcelona go above you guys? How did Madrid go above you guys? How?
Oh, they played one more game than us.
Damn. Oh.
Yeah. So
They beat Valencia.
yeah.
Damn.
No, but even for Madrid though, Atletico Madrid, it's not sure yet because that
Yeah,
55 points.
it's over, in my opinion. Because Real
How
Madrid,
many how many points are they used to get? I mean, is it 7 point or 8 point?
Six.
55
It's just six.
6 points. With how many game in hand? With 2 game in hand or one?
One game in hand.
So if they win that 1 game in hand, it could go to 9 points.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's tough, man. That's bad. That's tough.
Hey, bro.
That's tough.
Well, let me talk about Dortmund. Let me talk about Dortmund, man.
hey,
Dortmund hater.
no,
Call.
Abdullah. No.
Before you talk, do you remember my prediction when you were predicting? What did I tell you? What did I
Hey,
tell you?
relax.
What did I tell you?
I heard
I told you.
6-0
I
from
said
somebody.
Dortmund will win 3-2. You were all laughing at me. I said it.
Abdullah, you can't let this guy talk about
I was
Dortmund. You
joking, bro.
I
cannot.
heard someone say
Don't
Dortmund.
let him talk about Dortmund. No,
They'll still lose. I mean, second leg they're still gonna lose the
no,
tie.
no, no.
I
You
mean,
can't do it. Corey, you cannot do this.
Even if you jinx it, I'm thinking I'm gonna shut my mouth with that prediction. I won't put it now until
this is their realest chance to go to the quarters because let me tell you why. Okay, if they do not close out this in the second leg and they literally bottle it and become chokemund, then they're trash forever because this is a really good chance against the Sevilla side where you scored 3 goals. I mean, if they do not win this, then I just feel really bad for them. I feel really bad for Haaland too,
Corey,
because
let me ask you a question, bro. Let me ask you
uh
a serious question. If
yeah,
Dortmund goes to the finals and they win the Champions League, are you gonna be a Dortmund fan?
no, 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 come on, it's not happening, man. We can't get to the
Bro,
No,
finals.
I'm just
what
saying.
is
If they go to the
They're
finals,
chokemon. They call them chokemon, so they
no, no,
they
no.
can never go to a
I'm saying
finals.
if. I say if.
you're
Okay.
gonna jinx them, bro?
If they go to the final,
I'm not saying anything. Damien, I'm not
yeah,
there. I didn't say a word. I didn't say anything.
uh, BD core. I mean core.
Hmm.
Core.
Yeah, I'm listening.
I mean, okay. What happens if Bayern gets knocked out? Who they playing Bayern again? They're playing
Lazio,
Lazio. So
Lazio,
Lazio.
yeah.
Lazio knocks him out. What happens?
Hmm. Oh, I'll still be there. I'll still be in Bayern.
Okay.
Immobile masterclass.
Ugh.
Immobile hat trick.
Sam, stop that. Don't jinx it now.
I pray. I
Don't
pray.
jinx it now.
Like, I pray.
Wait for my prediction. Are you talking? Don't jinx that. Don't jinx that now. We don't like that. Stop it. Stop it. Just wait till when I predict. Everybody's gonna hate me. Oh my god. It won't go well. It
I'll
won't
be
go well.
so happy if Dortmund get out because I still resent them for what they did to us. Seriously. I mean, that's one of the reasons a lot of people hate Mason Mount because of his performance against Alfonso Davis, which was totally unfair because Alfonso Davis is lightning fast and Mason Mount is like a slug
Class
when it comes
Mason
to
Mount is
speed.
like class A, right? Or scholar.
He's just not fast. That's the thing. So yeah, I hope they lose to last year, but I doubt they will.
Don't
Oh
worry,
no, they
just wait for
can.
my
No, no, no. We can, but this is the problem here. Our problem is we play such a high defensive line. We Lazio play with a very defensive deep low block. So because of that, I find it hard for us to not concede a goal because of the high defensive line and them catching us on the counter. I think that's going to be an issue.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, your high line is something that I feel I even that's what made me so angry when we played against you guys is because you could see you could see Mason Mount passing that high line, but his speed was not good enough, and
yeah,
Alfonso Davis was
No,
always
Samuel, I
recovering.
said it yesterday. His decision making is poor. That is what he
No,
needs
no,
to
no.
work.
It wasn't that even. It was his speed. If it was a Werner that came through like that, Alfonso Davis won't have that recovery speed because Werner is lightning fast. But Mason Mount doesn't have that speed, and Giroud too doesn't have that speed. But if you play a team that has both fast strikers or wingers, they should be able to exploit it to some extent. But with Alaba leaving, do you think Upamecano can really step up?
I think Upamecano is actually a good replacement for Alaba just because um, he's very good in winning the second balls. And what I like so much about him is um, he's also very defensively astute. Yes, he has a bit of ball playmaking about him, but he's not like a fullback. You see, he's not like Alaba converted to a center back. You see, Alaba is good. He's very versatile. That's what I'll say. But I don't think he's the player to stay. I don't think he should stay in Bayern Munich just because he's really costing us points against BFL. That game we should be winning that game. You know what I'm trying to say. But you see with the way he's playing DM, and then sometimes he's playing center back role and pushing way too high. It leaves so much space in behind, and teams can like that. That's my problem. Is Immobile can counter on that. You know what I'm trying to say? Immobile can
Yeah, yeah.
counter on that. You know, one player I'm also scared of is Joaquin Correa because I watch this guy in Sevilla and he has some crazy lightning pace. You know, so him, Parolo, and this guy, Luis Alberto. You know, those are the Parolo and Luis Alberto. They're gonna dictate the play in that game. You know, they're the ones who's gonna make those through passes and those long passes over the top to cause like Sule and Boateng problems. I mean
Mm.
Alba and Boateng or Sule problems. So let's see, man. Let's see.
What about
I think we're
Gnabry?
gonna
Is
lose.
Gnabry injured?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He has a hamstring. I think the thing though with him is he could come back quickly because I saw him in training today, so he might be available to come back to a Lazio game. But I don't know, man. I really don't know. I think something is telling me Lazio 3-1. something, something crazy is telling me Lazio 3-1. I don't know why, but
Don't be a jinx merchant. Just put for my prediction. Don't do that.
Bro,
Don't do
24
that.
hour stream. Ibrahim, 24-hour stream.
You said what?
If Bayern lose to Lazio, 24-hour
I'm not.
stream.
I'm not talking. I'm not saying anything. I'm not
Because the
saying a
thing
word.
is, Lewandowski has to be on his game. If
bro, but
Lewandowski is on his game,
you guys don't rate the Serie A, but Serie A is the second best league in world football. I'm
Easy,
being honest with
easy,
you right
easy,
now.
easy.
after what
You
league?
might be right.
After what league?
You might be right.
Because I think Premier League is number one, and number two is Serie A because Serie A has this type of nose in the Champions League. Their fans are very passionate. They're also very good in terms of scoring corner kicks and crosses. So they really do propel in the Champions League. That's why I'm like, this is a really tricky test. I didn't want to play a Serie A team, to be honest, in the Champions League. I didn't want to play them.
So
Yeah, but I think
let me come to this, guys. I saw the news, but I'm not sure how true it is. PSG want to sell Kylian Mbappe for 200 million. Four teams are in for him: Juventus, Real Madrid, I believe, Manchester City, and Liverpool. 200 million. So let me come to Sam now. Who is the favorite to get Kylian Mbappe and why?
for Mbappe, I know Liverpool can't afford him.
Let me bring out the four teams: Liverpool, Manchester City, Juventus, and Real Madrid.
No, the thing is, I know for sure Liverpool can't afford him. Liverpool don't have that money.
How sure are you they could sell Salah money and keep
Okay,
money for him?
that's the only way. That's the only way. That's a good point. Yeah, if they sell Salah money, for sure they will go for him. But if they're keeping their, I think for him, he should come to. I want to see him in the Premier League. That's just my own selfish. I really
Do you
want to see Mbappe
do you think Chelsea have a chance of buying Kylian Mbappe?
No, I don't
If
think so. But I don't even care if he comes to Chelsea. I just want to see him in the Premier League. But
do
yeah,
you
if
okay,
he's
let
going
me
to
ask you this way.
like,
Being a Chelsea fan, do you think Roma could be tempted to buy Kylian Mbappe if he wants to buy him?
yeah, of course he can, but I just don't see that. I see even the Haaland transfer happening more than Mbappe. But
Why?
no, because number one, I think everyone knows that Chelsea needs a top striker,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think our wingers are that bad. I think our wingers are quite all right, and I know
Mm-hmm.
Mbappe can play as a striker, but in the Premier League, I really doubt he would do that because
Because it needs space to run. It needs space to run to.
it's going to be like a Werner, so
Mm-hmm.
it's not going
But
to be.
Mbappe is more skillful than Timo Werner.
Of course, he's a better footballer than Werner. You can't even
Mm-hmm.
compare. But yeah, so I think he will go to Madrid, but I would want him to come to the Premier League. I don't even care if it's United or Man City or Liverpool. I just want to see him in the Premier League.
You just want to see him in the Premier League
Yeah,
to show how good of a player he is.
exactly.
Hmm. Damien, where do you see him going to? Real Madrid, Juventus, or where? Or Manchester City or Liverpool, possibly Liverpool.
He's definitely going to Real Madrid.
Why? Why do you think? Why do you say Real Madrid? Why?
He's a definite Madrid player. Madrid haven't like signed like that big
Galacticos,
superstar. Yeah, they haven't
Galacticos.
signed that big player in like a while. So I think it'll be fitting that it'll be Mbappe.
But do you think the 200 million is too much for him, or is it just like he worth it?
Huh? You
Do you
repeat?
think the 200 million is way too much for him, or he deserves the money?
A little too much because we are in like a COVID situation.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of teams have like the money to just like spend like all of that on just one player. So
Mm-hmm.
I think if
They
he
want to buy they want to buy Mbappe and Haaland, though. So I don't know. Madrid are waiting till the summer before they can splash their money on Haaland.
100% sure they won't buy Haaland and Mbappe. I live in
They want to
Spain.
buy both of them. They want to buy both of them.
With COVID, they're not getting that. The way COVID is sucking everyone's pocket right now, they're not getting
COVID,
that. They can't.
COVID will leave soon, though. It will leave soon, very, very soon.
Yes, but even still, they have players they have to. They are paying. All of them are in loss right now. So for sure, yeah, I doubt. I think it's one or the other.
Wow. So, Demir, you think he's gonna go to Real Madrid and Juventus? Why?
I just see him going there. I mean, it also has to depend on if PSG win the CL this season.
Mm-hmm.
If they do, then I think he'll sign a new contract. If they don't, then I think he'll probably leave because I think after this season he has 1 year left. So
1 year, yeah, 1 year left on the contract. Yeah.
yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with PSG this season. I think it'll depend on Mbappe's future.
Hmm. Wow. Yes, inside. Where do you see Mbappe going? Manchester City, Liverpool, Real Madrid, or Juventus?
Well, I mean, you said over about 200 million, right?
200 splash on him. If you
See,
PSG said anyone who is ready to pay Kylian Mbappe 200 million, they're ready to take him. They are ready to release him.
that's a
No,
lot.
they said they don't want any premium. 200 million cash. No, they take this one and come back. No, 200 million cash. That's
You
it.
know, one thing. I don't. I
But don't you think the money is too much for Kylian Mbappe?
Yes and no. I feel like for Kylian Mbappe, he's worth 200 million, but I feel like the money is too much because there's no one that can afford him. That's that. No,
I can tell you two teams can afford Mbappe. Man City can afford Mbappe. They can. Juventus can afford him. Very possible. Madrid can buy Mbappe. They have the money.
Juve don't have the money, Abdullahi. I don't
Everybody
think.
think Juventus is broke, but they have the money. They have the money to buy 100 million for Ronaldo. They have the money to.
I mean, that's a problem. They have Ronaldo. I mean, unless they sell players, like a lot of these clubs, they'll have the money, but they'll have to sell players. Because 200 million is a lot of money. Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe the only team I feel like that has 200 million that can go like boom on the table of cash is Manchester
Mm-hmm.
City because
Yeah,
they're loaded. Those guys are funded by a whole country. Let's be
yeah.
honest. But with Juve, like look what the Juve did. They had to the whole transfer with Arthur and Pjanic was a financial one
Mm-hmm.
where they actually had to literally like Juve was struggling for money. Juve are still struggling for money now because they're paying too much money to Ronaldo. So
Yeah.
if Juve sell Ronaldo, get him off their books, then we can start talking. I genuinely believe he will stay. I
You
genuinely
believe it,
believe he will stay.
you believe it will stay?
I feel like he will stay at
Why
PSG.
do you think he will stay? Is it because of maybe if Messi goes there, he may possibly stay, or why?
I just feel like to be honest, if you look at world football, They're not. There's really not that much elite clubs. Like in terms of elite teams. In terms of teams, a lot of teams are struggling. Like Juve, as we see today, Barcelona, Real Madrid. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like you look at the situation. He's from France. He's at the country that he was born in. He's at his home country. He's
Mm-hmm.
he speaks French fluent. Like he speaks French. This is where he's comfortable at. I don't I don't see why he would leave unless it's for like maybe a Real Madrid, and I can see that because Real Madrid is everyone's dream club. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, I don't see the sense in him leaving. I just don't see that. I just feel like it just makes a lot of sense that he's gonna stay in PSG because you have Neymar there, you have Verratti there, you have a good team there, you have a Pochettino as your manager. You guys went to the Champions League final last year. This year, you guys have a very good chance to go to the Champions League final again. So it's like if he wins the Champions League with PSG, he's not going to leave. The only reason for him to leave is to go to a better team, and there's not much better teams out there. That's just the truth. And PSG will pay you. They're gonna give you the money. They'll make sure you are well compensated for playing at PSG. So realistically, I don't see him going anywhere. I think he even came out with quotes that said that he likes to stay at PSG for like a while, for a long time. So I generally don't see him moving till he's like at least 25. Right now he's like 21, so I believe he'll be there for the next 3 or 4 years. The players, because like players, I'll see that move because he's in this summer he's not moving regardless what anyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The players that are moving are Holland, I can
Sancho.
Sancho.
Sancho. Mm-hmm.
I can see Camavinga leaving because he's in a very, very small club now. I can
Mm-hmm.
see a lot of defenders leaving, like you have Alaba, Upamecano, Konate, Jules Kounde, um, maybe even Koulibaly because there's no, in my opinion, he's done everything he can at Napoli. He needs to leave.
So, which club wants to buy Koulibaly?
I feel like Koulibaly is. I feel like people look at his age.
Mm-hmm.
And you sign him on a 3-year contract. He's gonna play till like what 30, 33, 34. Then after that, you buy another defender, anyways. So if you could get Koulibaly for 3 years, I feel like a lot of clubs will take him for a reasonable price. For example, if Koulibaly is like 40, 50 million, then yes, why not? I feel like Chelsea would love to have Koulibaly.
Nope.
You know,
Nope.
I see like I feel like he's very slept on. People are like talking about Upamecano, all that stuff, but I still believe Koulibaly is one of the best center backs in the world. He
Mm-hmm.
just he just needs to leave Napoli, and he
Yeah.
needs to leave Napoli for a reasonable price. If we say 80 million, I mean, I'm sorry, thank you very much, but you can retire at Napoli. But 40 million, 50 million, yes, I don't mind that. That's reasonable. At his age, 30 years old, that's reasonable. Yeah,
Vote with your face said, I rate Koulibaly. I really rate him. Come to Chelsea. But the
yeah.
problem is, fit your foot. The problem is, ADL, De Laurentiis is a prick. That man literally helped Koulibaly's what's called up. So the problem is, he's 29 now. He's gonna be 30 this year. I can guarantee you, no team will pay that 80 million or 90 million for Koulibaly. It's not gonna be possible. No.
I'm glad think about it. I remember there was a season when he was supposed to leave,
Yeah.
and I remember Manchester United was in for him.
Man City was in for him.
Manchester was in for him.
Because Man City pull out in the last minute because the way kind of way Napoli was running, they don't like it. They said it's too much. It was too much for them.
Napoli was asking for 100 million.
Yeah, but Man City was not ready to pay the 100 million.
That's wild though. Like I feel like at that time that's wild because and what did Manchester United do? We did the most stupidest thing ever. That summer we signed Harry Maguire for 18 million. As soon as we signed it, the Napoli president came out and said that if Harry Maguire is worth 18 million, then Koulibaly is worth 200. Bro, you don't say stuff like that. That's stupidity, man. No one is gonna buy Koulibaly for that much money. So it's like right now, there's just too many center backs available now. There's
Mm-hmm.
Ramos. There's possibility that Ramos might be available. I mean,
It's going to PSG.
I mean Ramos is another player that can step on that I feel like will instantly make a lot of teams a lot better.
Going to
Ramos,
PSG. Going to
uh,
PSG for me.
I would do anything to get Ramos. I would do anything
Mm-hmm.
to get Ramos. Ramos at Manchester United. Oh Lord have mercy. Oh Lord have mercy. If I'm praying. I pray every day. I pray. I pray, bro. Like I did Ramos as in the center back position for Manchester United as a leader of scoring goals from corners, something that
But with the Glazers, the problem with the Glazers by him, I think you guys want to go for Kunde instead of Ramos.
he's free though.
I hope is here. I hope joining, bro. Joining, coming, hoping, bro. Coming.
But look,
HH coming.
he's free. I believe he's free.
Yeah, I know. HH, you go coming, bro. Coming. Hoping, bro. Have your say. You need to HH. You need to make me a mod. My Kylian Mbappe prediction came true, man. You need to make me a mod on Saturday. I need to be a mod. HH. I need to be a mod. Hashtag mod. HH. Hashtag mod.
You see,
My prediction for Kylian Mbappe came true. It's over. The agenda is over. My boys scored an hat-trick and sacrifice, lubricate, induct Lionel Messi yesterday. It's over. The goat is done. It's over. It's packing its bag and baggages out of Barcelona and it's going to MLS. It's over.
Yo.
Vilton, how you doing?
Bro, how you doing, bro? Bro, I couldn't join yesterday because I was at work.
HH,
Bro,
join.
I've never seen such a garbage club like Barcelona in my entire life, bro.
Bro, relax.
This club is such a garbage club, bro. Like the audacity that you let Kylian, the black Balotelli, do that to you on City.
Bro, relax.
These guys are finished, bro. I've been saying it all along. Messi is finished, bro. But all you guys call me delusional. I was
Have you
deluded.
seen Cristiano?
The guy is finished. No, Cristiano doesn't play for me anymore. I don't care what Cristiano does. He doesn't play for Real Madrid. Was he wearing a Real Madrid jersey today? I'm confused.
Respect Ronaldo, bro. Respect what he has done for you.
Messi is finished, bro. Just sell the guy.
Bro,
The guy
relax.
clearly is finished.
He's not finished. Relax.
You know how the Messi fan but always say Cristiano doesn't do anything if he's not scoring goals. What was Messi doing in that game besides that penalty? What was Messi doing?
I know what Messi was doing yesterday. I know what he was doing. He was jogging. He was saying, follow me around.
Oh, this Messi slander, bro.
But fair enough. It was okay.
I was just trolling guys, but Barca have really declined, man. It's insane, bro. Like the decline.
You know the funny part. This Barcelona, apart from Damien, who already know the reality of is his club, some Barcelona fans doesn't even have boy. They keep telling me, Ansu Fati is coming back, Araujo is coming back. We're going to Paris and win 6-0. See, I was like, are you guys dumb or what? You going to Paris and win 6-0?
I could see a remontada part 2, bro. I could see it, bro.
Bro, if that happens,
I don't think it's happening.
But obviously, I'm just playing. But to be honest with you, I thought Barca was gonna win that game. To be honest with you,
I knew on Saturday. If you listen to my prediction,
I wasn't
Saturday,
actually using reverse psychology. I actually
on Saturday. I was so sure that it's gonna happen because I have that confidence.
It's not that I don't like PSG, it's just that I don't trust PSG that much yet.
I don't know why people were laughing at me on Saturday. Like Benjamin and Co. On Saturday, Benjamin, if you are listening, Benjamin, you are in trouble on Saturday.
He's a Barca fan.
You are laughing at me when I was making my prediction. You're going to be in soup on Saturday. I'm coming on louder for you, especially you on Saturday. I need a 2-page apology from you. 2-page. Double space, 12 fonts, 2-page apology from you.
But
No, no, no.
I have a question to ask you guys. I put it. I don't know if I kind of put it on Twitter. I was saying that if Man City somehow wins the Champions League, right? You know how they say Messi might go to City. If Man City wins the Champions League, would there be a point of buying Messi if you won the Champions League this season? Would there be
I
a point
think
of buying
they
Messi?
Yeah,
will because
probably.
Champions League make more money, so it will give them more money. So it
But yeah,
will.
but so what would happen to De Bruyne and Phil Foden? Like, what would happen then? Like,
It
so
does.
would
They're gonna
It's
have to
Pep
kick
Guardiola.
rocks.
It doesn't matter. You know how Pep Guardiola play. He doesn't care. Sometimes he doesn't even play with the striker. So and he win matches. He doesn't care. As long as he's getting results, Pep Guardiola will be fine. As long as he's getting results, he'll be fine.
but realistically, the only two clubs I see Messi going is PSG or City. Those are the only two clubs I see that can afford him. But the problem with PSG, if Messi goes to PSG, one of them is
Mhm.
gonna have to go. Neymar or Mbappe. One of them is gonna have to
No,
go. I
Neymar
don't
already
know.
said he's staying. Neymar said he's staying. He's signing a 4-year deal
So
with
mostly
PSG.
Mbappe. But I do feel like if PSG somehow wins the Champions League this season,
Mhm.
I'm scared Mbappe might sign the extension with them.
I'm just so happy
Yeah,
yesterday.
he probably
My,
is.
my, my, my goat showed up. I know who my goat is. I won't mention his name. I know who my goat is.
But hey, Damien, it looks like another trophyless season for Barcelona. 2 years without a trophy? That must hurt a lot, bro.
Of course it does. I mean, I already predicted it
Let me ask you a
that we
question
go
though.
trophyless again, and then people laughed at me. And look
When
at
And
I
Vilton, you know the funniest part? Damien is kind of it's a real Barcelona fan, but some Barcelona fan and so cocky that they don't want to accept the truth.
But to be fair, though, they still have the
Especially
Copa del Rey,
Sean,
so you never
especially
know.
Sean Wash. He worship Lionel Messi too much
No, but
that
to
he
be
doesn't
fair,
want to accept the reality.
Abdullah, to be fair, they still can make a comeback against Sevilla in the Copa del Rey. To be fair, they still can. I don't know if they will, but they still can,
Possible, but with that defense, I don't trust that defense. I do not.
bro.
PQ and long legs.
PK, bro, that's a
PK
meme now.
Langley, I don't trust that defense. That was why
Defense is
I was
classy.
angry. I was shouting, I want Barcelona because I know if Chelsea get Barcelona, we have a chance. I know. With that defense, yeah. Oh
To
my
be
God.
to be fair, I predicted Sevilla was gonna be Dortmund today, but Haaland, I knew
I,
Haaland was gonna turn up. I knew he was gonna turn up
Vilton,
today.
I also won today too. I predicted 3 to Dortmund. I also won.
Yeah.
I'm on fire.
Damn, you're gonna fire. What are you predicting the Real Madrid Atalanta game? When do you think
Don't
that's
worry.
gonna?
You hear my prediction on Sunday. Don't worry.
Come on, Abdullah,
Man
use your
City.
power.
Don't worry. Man City, Madrid, Bayern, Chelsea. Oh. Something is gonna hit me on Sunday. Some fans is gonna hit me on Sunday. Some fans is gonna really hate me on Sunday. Oh my God. Just wait for it on Sunday. Wait for it.
Milton, I have a question for you since you're here. Are you gonna have the same energy if Atlanta beat you guys?
You better.
Huh? He's not going to. Vilton would disappear. I know
He,
Vilton. He would
he said I'll be back.
only here because Barcelona got Fnac.
He already said it. He may not accept it, but he will have to accept it this time. If Atalanta beat Madrid,
Bro, if Atalanta get that ass, I'm coming for Wilton.
it's not gonna go well. The mighty Barcelona and Real Madrid falling the same year, it won't go well. That won't go well. We need to save us. We need to save the Spanish La Liga's name. We need to spell that name. It's not gonna go well. No, it won't go well. It's not gonna go well. It won't go well. It's not gonna go well. Wow, it's not gonna go well, guys. They better win. They better win. If not, imagine Zapata scoring out against Thibaut Courtois.
Here's the
Bro,
question.
I would love that.
Here's the
That'd be
question.
amazing.
Who is a front runner for Ballon d'Or for this season?
This year, I think Kylian Mbappe or maybe Haaland. If they go far in the Champions League,
How about Neymar?
I don't think Neymar. Maybe Mbappe because Mbappe this year he has outshined Neymar a lot. This year he has. He has this year. It may be a run in the short.
He said send link in the Twitter. Have hope said.
Who? Sane?
No, have hope on the comments. He said send the link.
Oh, I send the link. Oh. Okay, let me send the link, bro. I actually want to join.
Mbappe for Ballon d'Or?
HH want to join in. Let me send the link, HH. You need to HH, you need to make me a mod. You need to make me a mod on Saturday. You need to make me a mod. Yeah, I've sent it. I've DM you the link. I also send it. Let me send it on the description here. Yeah, here's the link, bro. Yes, that's the link. That's the link, bro. Join. You need to make me a mod, HH. You need to make me a mod. You need to make me a mod. Your boy showed up. This is your boy on the wall on the show here. His name is Kylian Mbappe, the GOAT, the future GOAT. Ronaldo Messi era is over. We're done.
Easy. I mean, there's another player and that.
Yeah. Yes. My people. What's going on, man?
HH, where's my? You need to make me a mod on Sunday or Saturday.
Why?
I need to be a mod.
For what reason? Why?
Nah, my boy showed up. Kylian Mbappe.
Oh man, look, man. I was saying, you guys were saying that front runner for Ballon d'Or. What were you guys saying there?
I said for me, Kylian Mbappe for me.
Bro, but nothing has happened yet. We
But the problem is,
know this when we now
yeah,
get
how
deeper
far they
into
can
this,
go in the
you know,
Champions
we
League.
can't
How
even
far?
talk about a front runner because anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't over. I mean, it looks bad, but it's still first leg.
It's possible though.
First leg, anything can happen, man. So come on.
Ashes is right because I still believe Marcus Rashford is going to win the Ballon d'Or. So I mean, he's still in there.
No,
Yes,
deep down you don't know. Yase, deep down you don't believe that, bro. Let's keep it deep down. Yase, you don't believe that's nonsense.
Have you seen this guy play? Have you seen him play? The kid is that dude. He's that dude, HH. I'm telling you.
Yes,
There's problem. Mbappe has caused some hatred in football now. There's problem.
Mbappe did his thing.
No. For me, I said, look. I told you when we do the hangouts this weekend, I'm gonna go crazy on Mbappe. But my thing though is that I'm chill. The reason why I'm chilled is I know what he has to do, and he knows what he has to do. He knows what the mission is. He knows what the mission is. So this is just early days now because I don't know, I still don't think he will complete it with PSG. But if he does, we're gonna have a very uncomfortable conversation that nobody will want to have. That's the thing. It'll be a very conversation. So we'll only cross that bridge when we get there.
What is the conversation? I'm confused. What is the conversation?
Oh, I'm not even going to bring it up, side, because I don't want to. I don't want to jinx anything. So if he wins it, I'll bring up the convo. Until then, I'm not even. I'm mom's the word. Mom's the word.
The conversation is ready. Everybody already knows the conversation. I know. Everybody knows. For the people who doesn't understand, we know the conversation already. Those two bombs need to retire in football.
No. But HH, I need to ask you a question since you're here. This is my beautiful opportunity. Was that Kylian Mbappe's World Cup?
In what sense? Explain.
You know how you say this is, when you talk about R9, you say, yo, that was 2002, that was R9's World Cup. And that's one of the reasons why you don't have a Ronaldinho as a horseman, because 2006 was his World Cup. Do you believe Kylian Mbappe, that was his World Cup in 2018?
Here's the thing. It shouldn't have been. But when you think about it, it was. Because the thing about Ronaldinho was the main thing that Dino did was that one game, really. And that was the game against England. Like in the semi, that was all Ronaldo. And in the final, that was all Ronaldo with a bit of Rivaldo. So really, hence why I said that Dino was amazing in that England game. The pass to Rivaldo and then that amazing goal. But it's like, that was all that he really did, was just that one game. That tournament was Rivaldo and Ronaldo. Like, they were both of the guys that really just said from game one to the final game, they owned that. So 06 was where, this is what you can do. For Mbappe, no, this wasn't supposed to be his World Cup. But it's the same thing when you think of 1958 and Pele. That was supposed to be Pele's World Cup. Pele's World Cup was supposed to be 62 or even 666, you know. But anybody that asked to say, no, no, that was Pele's World Cup was 1958. It shouldn't have been, but it was because he scored in the semi and he scored in the final. For Mbappe, it's the game against Argentina.
Yes,
And
yes,
also, he also scored in the final as well.
yes.
And the key thing about it was that it was how he, ever since that Argentina game, he lifted the spirits of the whole team. You could just tell that it's like a dressing room thing. When older players have that young guy who is young, a teenager, is fearless, it actually breeds excitement and extra energy into the surrounding players there. Similar to, like you look at the 90s, I remember watching the documentary when all the players, and these are older guys, 28, 29, 30, when Ronaldo had his convulsions, their heads drooped. It messed them up. And these are like experienced guys because they said, no, this is our prodigy. This 21-year-old is who is giving us that extra belief that we can do something. So if he goes down, we go down. So yeah, that was his World Cup. It shouldn't have been, but that was his World Cup. And he could get another. So yeah.
Yeah, that Argentina game, like I agree with you, HH. It's like when I was watching that game, man, it was one of those moments where like I think when you think about Messi as his career, I think that Argentina game, I guess France, that game for me was like, man, no, there's no way this guy's
And
winning the
here's the
World
thing, man. It's like, I get, especially the younger generation, I get the whole World Cup thing because here's the thing. For them, their goats are Messi and Cristiano. And they swear by them and so forth. And I think, it is an inconvenience that they've not been able to do what they had in the World Cup. So they'll always say, oh, no, no, who cares about the World Cup? It's all about the Champions League. But here's the issue. The issue is Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith, the only thing that he knows from the football is the World Cup. Stephen A. Smith doesn't care who is the freaking Champions League. But Stephen A. Smith knows who Pele is.
Yes.
Because of the World Cup. He knows who big Ronaldo is because of the World Cup. Because the World Cup is a tournament that now expands and translates to the entire world. Because how can you deny a tournament that is literally the biggest sporting competition on the planet?
But it's just not everybody can win it though, can they?
Oh, no. But Vilton, here's the thing though. If we are having an Ibrahimovic thing, I get it. If that's for Haaland, I get it. For Haaland, he can't be judged by it because it's freaking Norway. For Ibrahimovic, he can't be judged by that's Sweden. Portugal are European champions. Portugal were the best team in Europe coming into the World Cup, and Europe have more World Cups than any other continent. So if you're European champions, you are good enough to win that World Cup. If you're European champions, and don't even get me started on Argentina.
It's just, come on, Portugal is not good enough to win that World Cup. Come on, bro.
But you're defending European champions. What are you saying?
Yeah.
2022 is Portugal's best chance to win it. And they have never won the World Cup before, too.
What is it?
They have never won the World Cup before, too. I think 2022 is their best chance to win it.
No, but Wilson, the fact that they're defending European champions means this iteration of Portugal is probably the strongest Portugal team they've had in a while.
Yeah.
Because that's the first time they ever won the European. So the fact that they won that means that this group is the strongest Portuguese group that we've seen. And coming into the next World Cup, they're arguably one of the strongest squads in the world. So there is no excuse for them if you're defending European champions.
Yeah, but the problem is it's your narrative. If Cristiano somehow wins it and he doesn't score in the final, you're still not going to rate him. So it's a lose-lose.
But Wilton, you see, for all the greats, you have to say what's up through the tournament and specifically in the biggest game. Maradona, his key assist that's led to the winning goal. And what's it called? Pele, 1958 final scoring, 1970 final scoring, and I think he even had 2 assists in the 1970 final. Zidane, we know. Ronaldo, we know. So for all the greats, that is what truly defines you. You have to say what's up in that final, most important game.
How about Croatia? Because I feel like Luka Modric in 2018, man, that Croatia team wasn't the best. HH, especially him and Rakitic showed up. Mario Mandzukic showed up. I mean, I feel like those guys don't get much respect.
No. Because you see, because I remember there's a Croatian guy that is a work colleague of mine in the office, and like a Croatian guy. And when they got to the final, I remember him showing me all these pictures of how in Croatia they were going crazy, blah blah. They were having a huge party. I think someone said to me that, man, how can you guys celebrate when you lost? I was like, do you know how big Croatia is? Croatia is tiny, and France is freaking France. And no, by the way, it's not France they're playing. It's France and Africa.
It's
So
true.
you're playing a country and a continent,
That's true.
So Croatia, like the odds that were stacked against them was insane for them to even think about winning that game. And even when you look at that game, that game wasn't actually 4-2. France just scored 4 goals, but it didn't feel like 4-2. So
No, what I
So,
mean
yeah,
is like there's like I feel like that's one thing like I think when we talk about like players like and how great they are, Luka Modric in that 2018 World Cup was phenomenal, and that's just my opinion. I thought it was different class, and people don't give much respect to him in that World Cup.
oh, no. But then again, because it's the idiots though, because that is why I cannot wait until Messi and Cristiano retire, because these fanboys they keep on.
Ronaldo already said it after the World Cup is retiring. He said it already. He said he can't come
Well,
after.
no, and I hope he sticks by it, and I hope that happens, because I
He
just think
said it.
that
He said after the 2022 World Cup next year, it's not showing up. He's retiring. That he can't give 20 years more to his age that is already been. It's
yeah,
too long for him. So he's gonna retire.
no, and I
Maybe
think
that's why he wants to give his all in
that
the
is
World
fair.
Cup 2022. Maybe he's gonna give his all there.
Because as I said again, no, Modric like was for me. I still think that personally, you can choose either Hazard or Modric as to who was the best in that World Cup. But Modric was amazing. Like that performance against Argentina was insane.
But this is what's the sick thing about this whole thing. Like at the end of the day, it's a team sport. But since you are so good, all the blame goes on you. Like Argentina, because Maradona won it. You could blame Maradona. It's because of Maradona. This pressure is on Messi. If Maradona never wins that World Cup, Messi wouldn't have that pressure to
Oh,
win
for
something with
sure.
Argentina.
No,
But
no,
it
no,
is
no,
what it is. Because when
no,
you
no.
win, all the glory goes to you. When you lose,
Because
it
if
goes
you're
on you.
Argentine, Argentinians are like, wait a minute, you are you have easily surpassed Maradona in terms of what you've done for a club in the club game. So we're saying, wait, can we get at least a Copa America? Can we get at least that? Like, can we just get something? So if you're Argentina, like, okay, it's good that you've put Argentina on the map in terms of what you've done for Barcelona, but in the light blue and white, you've not given us anything. All you've given us is, okay, an Olympic gold medal, but like
In which I don't think
2014.
in that year when I think he won it with Mikel, right? Was it with
Yeah.
Mikel?
Yeah. Where Mikel was, I think it was twice, because he won there was an under 20 that
On the
Mikel
20
played
World
where
Cup.
I think Mikel gave away a penalty.
He gave away a
And then there was
penalty,
the
yeah.
gold medal match that Mikel
It's
was able
called
to
Van,
win as
is
well,
it Van Zeyken
where
or Van Zeyken? Yeah.
Di Maria scored against us. It was Di Maria that scored the winning goal.
That match paid me like I almost cried that day. I was
Yeah,
like,
no, no, it was.
any hell, man. Messi, I was literally crying that how on earth will Messi score? When
Interest.
Mikel gave
Let me,
that penalty, I was mad with Mikel. Why do you
interest.
do it? Why?
Let me ask you this question: for those people that are born, like for example, Ensu Fati, he's born in Guinea. If he wins a World Cup with Spain, like, would you say that's a big accomplishment since he's not really playing for his country? He's just playing for Spain,
Ooh,
like Ensu Fati.
Ansu
No. For me, it's like for Ansu Fati, what he's supposed to do, because if you now, my thing is, if you are in Guinea, yeah, what is the support he gets from the federation? How much are they investing into the team? What is the organization like? Because I know this for a fact that the issue plaguing African football is lack of organization,
yeah.
federations, other kind of money stuff. So
And I think politics is involved also too. Too much
yeah,
politics.
so basically, so for an Ansu Fati, it's like, and remember, we don't know what his life is. Maybe he's been living in Spain most of his life. He feels more accustomed to Spain. He feels like the traditions are, and how he lives is more closer to Spanish culture, and he's hardly even been to Guinea. If he was to go to Guinea, he'd actually feel like a stranger because he doesn't know the culture as well as he knows Spanish culture. So my thing about this guy's choosing stuff, like I always say it just to be funny, like traitor. But if we want to be serious, I'm like, how did you grow up? Where did you grow up most with? And what do you feel more connected with? So for someone like an Antifati, maybe he feels more connected to Spanish culture. But someone like a Pogba, I do believe that he feels more close. Even Zidane. I'll tell you this for real. I think that Zidane probably feels more closer to Algerian culture and even Spanish culture than France. I don't think Zidane ever fucked with France. Hence why he had no issue doing that thing against Italy, because he's like, no, like I don't really care about France, to be honest, really,
It's more about
because I
football.
know how these guys think about North Africans and so forth. So
You know what Messi though, and we really think about it, it was 2014. I mean, that's the chance. That's the final. That's the tournament that's always gonna destroy Messi. 2014. The chances are there. He
no,
had
no,
the
no, no.
chance.
Like 2014, like when he didn't do it, I knew that he's never winning the World Cup, because these chances are very finite. Because 2014, perfect team, perfect setup, and that game was calling for a Lionel Messi. Because
Yeah,
Germany don't have a Messi. Germany just had a very good team. But Germany didn't have this generational otherworldly player who, in a split second, could just decide a game. So that game, I said, no, I just know. And they said, look, we are holding these guys for 116 minutes. Messi, just G up, and we're good. So the fact that I decided, because they did, because let's keep it real, guys. Messi didn't do anything in that semi. It was the team that carried him in that semi-final.
Mascherano had a masterclass in
Yeah,
that game.
Mascherano was man of the match in that
was the
semi.
man of the
Like,
match. Yeah, was the man of the match.
so it's my issue is that because guys are so in love with these players, they will always try and move the goalposts to
But Iche,
suit them.
the problem is, in this generation right now, we have so many Ronaldo fanboys and Messi fanboys who doesn't want to accept the truth that they are already declining their ages. You can't compare Ronaldo when he was 24, 27, 28 to Lionel Messi when he was 19, 20, 21 up to like 30 years when he was still balling. So the decline has been strong, but they still believe in this start. He does this start. The reality that they have to accept that Ronaldo, Messi are declining, and it's showing in them every matches they play. You can see it when these upcoming players coming like Kylian Mbappe, JD Sancho, and then Haaland comes and score good. They'll be like, he doesn't have the start Ronaldo and Messi has. I
Okay,
can't
cool.
compare them. That's the problem.
I actually need to go because I need to do some editing. But before I go, let me ask a question to everyone here. At the end of their careers, who do you think will have a better career, Haaland or Mbappe?
I think Kylian Mbappe was mainly because he has won the World Cup. I think Kylian Mbappe was. He will eventually win the Champions League. And if he doesn't win it for PSG,
No,
he
no,
will
no, no,
do
no, no.
maybe Juventus.
Okay, no. Wait. But my thing is that okay, let's say at the end of the year, all Mbappe has is that World Cup, but Haaland has 4 Champions Leagues. He has 4 Champions Leagues and breaks several records. For me, that is a better career. Keyword is career. Career is what have you done over the multitude of years. If all you can give me is one World Cup, but a guy has like four
Or
Champions
Champions League.
Leagues, several goal scoring awards, and so forth, then
But in terms of greatness, though, Mbappe will be ahead of Haaland because he won the World Cup.
no. But my question was, who do you think will have a better career? I didn't say greatness.
Okay.
Who do you think will have a
Okay.
better
But here's
career?
the thing. Here's the thing, guys. I think Haaland will be most likely to move clubs, and I believe that will make him. They'll give him the more opportunity to win more titles, and actually win more Champions League. Where I think Mbappe, unfortunately, I think he's gonna stick by PSG for a while. So I mean, he's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna leave PSG anytime soon. But Holland, I believe he's gonna leave. If not this summer, next summer, he's going to leave to a bigger club. So I do believe that Holland is gonna win more Champions Leagues and might win more titles. Um, so it really just depends if Mbappe needs to leave PSG. He just needs to
Oh,
leave
for
PSG.
sure, for sure.
Cole, do you have a question for AJ before he goes? Because I think he said because we are here now, he just wants to take his leave.
Look, yeah, I'm about to go, but so Cole, what do you want from me now?
Call, you gotta say something now. You're already typing, but you don't wanna. You have to talk. HH is here. You gotta say something.
Alright,
The, the man wants to leave, man. Say something. He has a lot of things to do.
core.
HH, you need to indulge this
Guys,
guy
look, man,
into
have a
class
have
A
a have
yesterday.
a good one, guys, man.
I'll
All
see
right,
you on
guys, I'll
Sunday.
see you later, man. Nice, so I'll see you guys on the weekend.
HH, you need to make me a mod. I got my prediction
Mold
right.
yourself, mold yourself,
No,
mold
no, no, no,
yourself.
no, 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 no. Saturday, Sunday.
But so I'm thinking about that question right now, though. Who
Mm.
will have a better career? That's that's so hard to answer because they both are monsters, bro. They both are monsters.
But
Yeah, second.
the problem is Mbappe is 22, Alan is 20. That's the problem. It's 22, Alan is 20. So it depends on which club the both of them goes to. There has to be a club which challenging for like honors, maybe the Champions League or the like.
Could that
It has to be
be?
like
Could that be another Messi and Cristiano rivalry again?
it's possible, very possible.
Because I feel like those two gonna be consistent merchant, and it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
start the entire debate again.
Mm-hmm. It depends though. Maybe let's say Alan goes to like the Premier League, Mbappe goes to Spanish La Liga. Now the both of them has to like show their greatness, how good of a player they can be. Because we know the Premier League is a very competitive league, and also the La Liga is a very competitive league. So they have to show their consistent level. Because Ronaldo and Messi has been showing it for like 15, 20 years. They've been showing it how the greatness of them. So many Ballon d'Ors, so many Champions League in between both of them.
Let me
So
ask you guys this, right?
mhm,
Mbappe has the World Cup, right? So,
mhm.
what would it take for Mbappe to surpass Messi and Cristiano?
He has to win the Champions League.
No, let's
If
say
it is
he
one,
just one. You think just
mhm,
one surpass Messi and Cristiano?
just one, because he has already surpassed them winning the World Cup already. They just only
Okay.
have to win
I
their one.
wanna. What about you, Damien? What do you think it would take to surpass Messi and Cristiano? What would you think Mbappe needs to do to surpass them? Because to be honest with you, like just pure football, I don't think Mbappe gonna surpass Messi via pure football. Because when I watch Messi play, like Messi's just a freak to me. Like the way Messi just dribble past five guys, it's just natural to him when you watch Messi in his peak. But
Mm-hmm.
Mbappe reminds me more of a Cristiano Ronaldo, like in
Mm-hmm.
2008 Cristiano Ronaldo.
He
And don't
said
get me
that
wrong,
Ronaldo
he
is
was
out.
amazing too.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just talking about like so. Do you guys believe that if he just won that one Champions League, he already surpassed Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi?
For me, it does because he has a World Cup in which Ronaldo Messi doesn't have. So winning that one Champions League, he surpassed both Ronaldo and Messi because an argument can be made that Mbappe has won the World Cup at the age of 90. What has Ronaldo Messi done internationally? People can bring out Ronaldo's hero. They say, okay, guy, we got that. But out of Messi, that's gonna be a slap on Messi face and just Messi fanboy face because they'll be like, it doesn't want it, but he does this in club. Yeah, I know he does this in club. Mbappe also does this in club too. He breaks this record, but he has automatically international level, he has surpassed both the two Ronaldo and Messi. So he surpassed both of them already with the one Champions League already.
Okay. But for Haaland, for him, I think Haaland has it harder because
Mm-hmm.
let's be real, he's never gonna win anything with Norway.
No.
But what I think he could do, the way for him, he's just gonna have to keep on winning the Champions League. I feel like he's just gonna have to keep on winning it and break multiple goal records because the age they're going right now, they could Mbappe and Haaland could break Cristiano Ronaldo all-time goal scoring record in the Champions League at the pace they're going.
Mm-hmm.
But
Very possible.
it's gonna be tough. I hope they're not injured. I hope injury don't handle their
That's the
career.
problem. I think Mbappe needs to leave PSG to
Yeah,
accomplish
for
that goal he
sure,
wants to
for
accomplish.
sure.
And same thing with Erling Haaland too. Both of them need to go to a competitive team that can challenge for honors, both in the
Abdullah,
Premier League or the Liga. Hmm?
Abdullah, look at this. So look at who's Haaland's agent is, Mino Raiola. Mino
Mm-hmm.
Raiola would want Haaland to be like Zlatan, where he moved from one club to another. Haaland's gonna
Yeah.
move. He's going to go to he's gonna go to a club. He's gonna stay there for 2 years or 3 years. He's gonna move to another club. That's what he's gonna do to thrive.
That is my problem of Chelsea getting Haaland because of Mino Raiola. Because if it is purely Roman that wants to buy Haaland, I don't even. For me, I have no worry with Roman because I know if Dortmund say tomorrow, Roman bring 200 million euro for Haaland, I can guarantee you before tomorrow morning, in the middle of the night, Roman is paying that money to Dortmund. He is paying that money. He did the same thing for Kezma. He bought Kezma. Andrei Shevchenko, he did the same thing. Fernando Torres, Roman did the same thing. Alvaro Morata, Roman did the same thing. As a Chelsea fan, I'm not surprised because I know if he wants Haaland tomorrow morning, he get Haaland. No one can change his opinion about Haaland. If he wants him tomorrow morning, I can guarantee he's getting that guy. So it depends on where Kylian Mbappe and then Haaland, both of them goes. If Mbappe goes to Madrid, now that's a competitive team where he goes to. It can be the superstar there. That's a new Galacticos for him. If Haaland eventually moves to Chelsea, that's a bigger step up for him in terms of the way he wants to play because now Premier League is a competitive team, and if he's lighting up the Premier League week in and week out, all eyes will be on him because it will be on that level of now do this in the Champions League, win the Champions League for this club, take them this. If he can win that Champions League for that club, he has more career, more than Mbappe. But what Mbappe will look to be higher up ahead of him is because Mbappe has won the World Cup. So now that Mbappe has won the World Cup, people will say no. Haaland hasn't won the World Cup yet. Kylian Mbappe has won the World Cup. He has surpassed Erling Haaland. But people will have to look at their rate of goal scoring. How many goals did Mbappe score? How many goals did Kylian Erling Haaland score? It has to be a comparison between both of them. For me.
Look who just joined. Look who just joined. Red Devil Sergio. Oh,
for goodness sake, man.
Are you ready?
Bro, listen, man. If you get touched by Atalanta, man,
You can't say anything to me, man. You can't say anything to me.
Red Devil. Don't worry. Wait for my prediction. Wait for my prediction. My prediction on Sunday. Don't worry. Just wait for them on Sunday. I'm gonna tell you.
If we win a trophy this season, that's what I can say. So we'll see what happens.
You can't say anything to me, bro. You didn't even pass the group stage.
Bro, you struggled to get. You couldn't beat Shakhtar Donetsk, man.
Wait. Let me ask you this. In the Euro 2016, Portugal struggled to be first, right? But do people talk about struggling? They just talk about they won it. So what is the struggling thing about Real Madrid? We got there. We finished first in our group. But Red Devil Sergio,
congratulations on winning the participation trophy of the Champions League. Congratulations.
But don't worry, tomorrow I'm tuning in though. I'm tuning in to watch. I'm tuning in.
So
you tune in. Hey, that's a good start. That's a good beat, by the way, man. Like, don't
YouTube is gonna ban me, guys. Copyright. They'll kill me.
No, what I wanted to put on the, why I just wanted to on Abdullah, but it's like I do get a bit annoyed that this constant because Haaland has not won the World Cup.
No, I think
no.
The reason I said that is because if you look at the comparison between both of them are pure goal scorers.
Like you have to take the country into account. Like he's playing for Norway.
No. Sorry to interrupt you. H's was in here. He actually said, obviously, he knows there's no way Haaland's gonna win the World Cup. He just said that better career. He was just asking us who do you think is gonna have a better career. Not who's gonna be greater, but who's gonna have the better career. Because let's be real, Mario Götze won the World Cup, right? But that doesn't mean he has a better career than Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what HS was saying.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah.
Exactly, because we were trying to compare in terms of goal scorer. Both of them are freak in terms of goal scorer. But I think people have an argument that Mbappe won the World Cup is a little bit higher than Haaland because of the World Cup. Now I said, if Mbappe leave PSG and go to Real Madrid now he has moved from PSG to a higher league. Now he has to show week in and week out how good of a player he is in La Liga because that's a competitive league. If Haaland moved from Dortmund to either Chelsea or United now that's a step up for him. Now all eyes will be on the two of them.
But it's also a degree of difficulty because obviously Mbappe is very prepared, but like Mbappe has played like in the French World Cup team, even the Monaco team, the Paris Saint-Germain team. He's played in a team that's full of world-class players all around. Generally,
That is
Erling,
true.
Erling Haaland is not. So if it's always that dud situation where like if you're it's like let's take it for a second, like say Grealish, for example, in the league playing at Villa, compared to say what I don't know, let's say KDB or Havertz at Chelsea or something. They're obviously surrounded by great players, but you obviously admire what Grealish is doing at Villa because he's playing mostly with bricks in that team. So you respect that, or at least put that on the same level. So I don't think that you can necessarily diminish what Erling Haaland does until he goes into, say, a Real Madrid or even Real Madrid, because Real Madrid, this isn't like peak Madrid right now where they're still, but even still, that's at least still a step up than it was beforehand. So I think it's unfair sometimes to the Haaland and Mbappe comparison because, like, if Verratti, for example, wasn't playing yesterday, and if Marquinhos wasn't playing yesterday, and Keylor Navas wasn't playing today, do I think that Mbappe still scores that hat trick? Maybe he scores a goal, but not necessarily.
Maybe because all attention will be on Neymar, not on Mbappe.
No, but yeah. So I'm just gonna say my point is just that like Haaland is not Dortmund. This Dortmund team is not full of world class players. Sancho is probably the only other one. Everyone else is bricks. You've got Matt Hummels in that defense, who can't believe.
Marco Reus is pretty much finished.
Exactly.
So what's a pretty good on DM?
Let me ask the guys this one. Let me come to the studio here.
Torgan Hazard is all
Let's
right.
say Haaland leave Dortmund and comes to like either let me say Chelsea or United, and Kylian Mbappe leave PSG and go to Real Madrid, and Haaland eventually won the Champions League before Mbappe won the Champions League. Now, how do you rate both of them in terms of maybe in terms of the
reason why? See, this is the sick thing about it, because I remember when Messi won 09 against Cristiano and 11, people already said, "Oh, Messi already better," but look what happened. Cristiano just flipped a switch and won 3 in a row and won 4 in 5 years. So it's just gonna depend at the end of the career, because if you're going back based on season, if Haaland wins the Champions League before Mbappe, yeah, obviously, I guess you could say Haaland has the key edge over Mbappe, but I'm not gonna say Haaland is. I'm not just gonna say he's better right now just because he won the Champions League, because we don't know what's gonna happen. That's why that's what I don't like comparing Messi and Cristiano yet. I want to wait till they fully retire so we could go over the career, because obviously right now you could say Cristiano edged, obviously, because he won something with Portugal and he has more Champions League than Messi, but you never know. That's why I don't really like having those. I like having those comparisons when they retire, because I just find it disrespectful when we already calling Messi and Cristiano goats when they're not even retired. I just think it's kind of disrespectful.
That's the problem. That's why I say Haaland and Mbappe needs to leave that club, because they need to go to a competitive team who has like a world class in them, like a world class team in them. Like if you compare like Man City and this kind of team, there are so many players who can give them the service and score goals anyhow.
I don't think they need to see. This is another thing with young players as well. Like, is that like, and why I also don't go around saying like, oh, Haaland, Mbappe, the next Messi, Ronaldo, etc. is because the thing about, especially in this day and age with like young players, is that the reason why Messi and Ronaldo are where they are is because of the consistency at the higher level. It's not necessarily the trophies. Oh yes, they won tons of World Cups, etc. It's their consistency at the high level. So the issue for me is that with any young player, is that yes, you have players that have maybe 2-3 good seasons, but you know what happens when they get like an injury, for example, because Mbappe and Haaland will get an injury at some point. They will. You know, I'm not saying they'll be career ending, but they might be significant. How do they come back from that? If they go into another team or transfer, do they still maintain that form? What coaches do they have in terms of managers that actually coach them to be better? So, for example, Pochettino right now, for me, is a better coach than whoever Dortmund have right now, who was an ex-West Ham assistant coach or something. You know, so, you know, there's a limit to what Haaland can get from that type of coach, if that makes sense. So these are all the factors you need to take into account before you suddenly say, oh, right, Haaland and Mbappe are now going to suddenly be Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. There are too many variables. But of course, they're talented players.
Yeah, fair enough. That was argument we had when it came in.
But if I'm
That was,
Holland, to be honest with you, I would only go to City if City wins the Champions League. If City has a Champions League, because I just feel like you should go to a club where they're already the pinnacle of club football, like they already have it. Because I'm not disrespecting Manchester City. Obviously, if they have the money, they could go after Holland. But my thing is because with the whole rotation, I'm saying would Haaland get the amount of playtime that he getting at Borussia Dortmund? Is he gonna get the same
Well, they
amount of
want they want
PT?
they want him to replace Aguero. That's
Aguero,
the,
okay.
yeah,
Aguero.
they want to buy they want to
Okay.
replace Aguero.
That's the main replacement.
But whatever, this is the key now. This summer, all that's gonna be on Haaland because most clubs wants to pay they want to pay him now before the release clause in 2022. So and that depends on where him as a player wants to go, or Riola himself want to push Haaland to. It depends because the kind of news I'm hearing is Man City wants to pay like 100 plus million for Haaland. Chelsea to want to pay 100 plus for Haaland. Now it's a battle of two clubs, and that depends on himself. Haaland himself. Where did I go in the
Man
summer?
City aren't going to pay 100 million for a player. That's not.
I'm hearing they want to pay 100 million plus for him.
No. Manchester City, no. Manchester Chelsea. Spend 100 million on German sedans. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys do that. So, but Man City, 60, 70 million maybe.
Man City won't pay. Dortmund will reject 60 million for Haaland. I can guarantee you that they will.
No. Like Dortmund don't have. The thing is, Dortmund now are in a difficult situation because they know that especially because bearing in mind Dortmund could potentially not qualify for the
Champions League. Yeah, so they will lose so many players.
So not only the players, but also the revenue and stuff like that they're not only losing from the Champions League, but also from the COVID pandemic as well. So they're not in a strong position to say, yes, well, we demand 120 million for Sancho and Erling Haaland when the following season their release clauses get activated and they'll go for less money. And we don't know how long the COVID thing is going to go on for. So, I think that City or any other team could probably get away with a good bit of maybe 70 to 80 million for Erling Haaland and a similar value for Jadon Sancho, for example, as well.
Because the news I'm hearing is Chelsea wants to pay Haaland now before the release clause because in the summer 2022 the release clause is 64 million. So I think Roma wants to pay like 90 or 100 million for Haaland. They want to tempt Dortmund. If Dortmund can take that kind of price for him,
man, jeez, where are you guys getting this? Even Wilton, is even Perez spending this amount of money? Will Perez even spend this amount of money with Real Madrid this summer?
No, to be honest with you, I don't think we're gonna. But they say the club key for us this summer is to try maybe if we can get Haaland. But I don't think Perez is foolish enough to spend 100 million plus on Haaland. I know Haaland is a phenomenal talent, but don't get me wrong, he's gonna be one of the best players. If he stays healthy, I think he could be one of the best players to even ever play the game because he's only 20 years old. This guy has like 18 goals in the Champions League in like 17 matches. So
how many do you have this season? How many is he the top scorer in this season or with the top scorer in Champions League this season?
He might be. I think Rashford is still the top scorer. I think
top scorer because he's got 7, I think.
Let me see.
What about Haaland and Mbappe?
Haaland is the top scorer. Haaland has 8. And Cristiano Morata has 6. Why didn't he start today? Morata's the second top scorer. Why didn't you start him?
Well, that's
Morata means one-on-one. He means one-on-one.
I think he was injured.
He was injured?
So how many goals has Lewandowski has now?
Lewandowski has
9 goals or 8 goals.
They might have to scroll down. Lower hasn't been scoring in the Champions League.
How many goals does Messi? I don't know how many goals Messi has.
Oh, Lewandowski has. Hold up, give me a second. Cristiano Ronaldo has 4. Messi has 4. And by the way, all those 4 goals, all the way, are all penalties. By the way, all those Messi goals are penalties. All 4 are penalty.
My God!
But if it's Cristiano Ronaldo, it's penalty. I get it. The haters.
Relax.
Wow.
Lewandowski only has 3.
3 goals.
Yeah.
Man, that's poor.
I see why people were saying how good is Lewandowski really, because they say I see why people are saying that. By the end of the day, Lewandowski was amazing last season, but that's a different topic. But all I'm saying, I don't think we're gonna spend. I hope we don't spend 100, because it's not that I'm saying Haaland is trash. It's just that you don't want to spend that much money
But
when you
Wilson,
spend.
the problem is I'm hearing 90 plus 60 million plus plus
Because when
Ruben. Is he Brahim Diaz or Jovic together for Dortmund
because
to
when you
tempt
spend
Tottenham?
$100 million on a player, I feel
You
like him.
expect him to score 30 or 40 goals?
Yeah, a
That's it.
season. Because
A
when we got
season, yeah.
Hazard, that's
You-
why. When you buy a world class player, yes, I get it. It takes time, but when you're a world class player, a club spend $100+ million on you. After 2-3 months, you should be kicking it. Because I remember when Barca bought Suarez, even though he was out the entire January, he came back and started hitting form right away for Barca. So when you spend that much money on a player, I expect you after, obviously, you're not gonna score right away unless you just that elite. But I expect after 2 months or 3 months, by January, or I don't know, by December or January, you should be hitting form with the team because you're a world class player. That's what we spend that much money on you for.
This is why I'm always harsher on Neymar, and to a lesser certain extent.
This is why I'm always harsh on them too.
Mbappe.
That's why I'm always harsh on them.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like, when people, I'm not like, sometimes people come across as a hater of Neymar and Mbappe, and I'm not a hater of Neymar because I appreciate their talents. The reason why I come harder than more so than other players, and why sometimes, yes, I will say Rashford over Mbappe.
That is right there with you. How many World Cup does Rashford have again?
No, but
World Cup.
the reason, but my basis behind it is because at the end of the day, fundamentally, Rashford's an academy player. He cost us absolutely nothing, Whereas like Neymar, PSG spent 200 million on this guy. Mbappe, they spent I think 150 million on Mbappe. So I expect you to be like, you should be scoring, you should be performing in the Champions League, you should be performing level. You shouldn't be like, you didn't need to spend that money on Neymar and Mbappe for PSG to win Ligue 1. Let's be real. Like, they didn't have to. They could have kept Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Cavani and still won Ligue 1. So let's not go.
Yeah, not really, because Mbappe was one that stopped them from winning the league in 2017, though, didn't he?
That is true, yeah, but I don't think they necessarily needed to spend that amount of money.
Yeah. I know.
They could have got another substitute. My point is that, like, with that amount of money that you're investing, which is essentially equivalent to 350, I expect you to perform and to deliver. And the reason why you bought them was for the Champions League. So that is what you are judged on, not necessarily the title, which is again why I will be less harsh on Haaland, unless Haaland goes to, for example, Madrid or Chelsea for 100 million. Then I'm like, right, okay.
Let's decide. Let's decide. Stop that. It won't happen. If that happens, I'm deactivating my YouTube channel.
He's talking about Arsenal winning the league, man.
If that happened, I am deactivating my YouTube channel.
Red Devil, this is not me, okay? My little brother was on here, okay?
If that happened,
come on, guys. I
am deactivating. If that happened,
hey, stranger things have happened though.
Red
To be fair, though,
look, the guys I've heard. It was one of the funniest thing I think I was on I was watching the stream. I think it was what's the Terry guy? The football Terry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I was watching that, or I was watching HH. I don't remember, but someone in the comment was an Arsenal fan saying, "Man, I missed the Champions League, bro." It was the funniest thing ever. Like, it was Arsenal fans like, "Man, I missed the Champions League," and I was thinking, "Damn, what was the last time Arsenal was even in the Champions League?"
Was it 2000 and what?
Since the
2004. Is it 14 or 15?
It was definitely when Arsenal was there. Because
what year was that? Was it 16 or is it 16 or 15?
I think it's 16, 17.
They were beaten by Bayern Munich 5-0, 5-1. Is it?
Oh my God, that was the last time.
17. So is that 5 years?
Is it 17 or 16? I didn't remember.
10-2.
Wait, no, we can walk it back because Arteta has been manager. This is Arteta's second season. Okay, and then what's his name? Emery was there for one season and a bit. So
went to the Europa League final. Yeah,
he got to Europa League final. So he was there for. So if we go back, so that's so 1, 2. So think so. Go back 4 years, and yes,
Yeah,
that's 2016, 2017, isn't it? Yeah.
Is
I
it
think.
16?
Yeah, I think Arsene Wenger, since the time he was there, I think he didn't make the Champions League once.
Oh no, yes, that's right. In his final season, he didn't
Yeah,
make the Champions League. Actually, you're right. So go back. Yeah, he, so
2016, 2016, right? Maybe 2016.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, but he left in 2016, 2017. Emery took over 27, 2018, then got
Mm,
sacked midway through 2018, 2019.
mm.
On my year
Wow.
behind. Anyway, it doesn't.
So,
But that was
so
just
that's 2016. That's like 5 or 7 years now. It's
it's
been
been
long,
five.
man.
It's been 5 years.
Five
okay,
years? It's been very long, man.
yeah, man, that's crazy.
Very, very long. Very long.
Anyway,
That's a long time, man.
Abdullahi, we gotta stop talking about this irrelevant cup. The real cup is the Europa League, and Manchester United. Hey,
Oh,
hey, hey! It's the
oh,
Oh,
reality,
by
man.
the way, what do people think the anthem for the Conference League is going to be like?
I don't even wait. Have they released the anthem yet or no?
I
well, I
don't
don't
think
know.
so.
Shouldn't you guys be doing research on that? Because I'm pretty sure United's gonna drop to
No,
Europa
we're
League
not.
again next season.
We're not. Oh no, not the Conference League though. God no. If
No,
I
no, no. Let's say you guys fail to qualify in the group stage. Aren't you guys gonna go to European Conference League?
no, because so I read the rules about this or
Wait,
somewhere.
is the conference gonna be launched this coming year, right? Or
Yeah,
next year?
Next
2021.
season.
So the
Next
whole
season.
point of it is apparently it's supposed to be like the main thing, highlight a lot of like the lower ranked associations.
Mm-hmm.
But what they're doing, actually, this is important because it changes the Champions League format slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Is that in the current Champions League where the third place teams just drop into the Europa League,
Yeah.
they're round of 32, right? So what's going to happen is instead of that round of 32 they're going to have, the Europa League is basically going to be reduced to the same numbers of the Champions League. It's going to be 32.
Let me screen share it to the screen. I'm coming. Let me try.
So whoever
Is it this
finished
one?
third,
Are you talking about this one? This league here, the FA Conference League.
Yeah.
so whoever finished third in the group stage in the Champions League is not dropping down.
This one.
No, they are. But
Let me go down. So he said there will be a third season long UEFA men's football competition for the first time in more than 20 years next season when the UEFA Conference League begins, where Spain will be involved and when the game will be played. Who enters the Europa League? In all, 184 teams will be involved over the course of the season, including at least one from each of the 55 association, and for the 6 club transferring from either the UEFA Champions League or the UEFA Europa League. So if you don't make the UEFA Champions League, you go straight to the UEFA Conference League. And if you don't make the UEFA, so if you finish fourth, you go straight to the Conference League.
No. Let me clarify that probably. So let's start with the Champions League. So in the group stage, so if you finish fourth in the Champions League, that's it. You're over. You've gone back to league, whatever. The difference is that if you finish third in the Champions League, in previous seasons, you would go straight into the Europa League equivalent of the round of 32. What United have been, right? Okay. What's going to happen now is that you're going to go into a playoff, okay, with the runners up of the teams that finish second in the Europa League groups. So
wait. So the person that finished second in the Champions League or Europa League will play each other.
So yes, essentially it's going to be a playoff. So the third place team in the Champions League will place the second place team in the Europa League group stages. They will come head to head, and then the winner of that will then will basically fill the last 8 spots of the round of 16 for the Europa League.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay. So 1 and 2 in the group stage to qualify for the Champions League. Okay, so
it's been explained here. It said no team qualified directly from the group stage with 32 teams consisting of 17 teams from the UEFA Conference League main part, 5 teams from the UEFA Conference League Champions part, 10 teams eliminated in the UEFA playoff. So
to be honest with
17.
you, I don't think me, Damien, and Abdullah should be worried about this. I think
I'm not
Red
worried.
Devil Studio and Yassi Saeed
Yeah.
should be
Well,
worried about this.
it depends on whether it depends on the only thing about the UEFA is like there will be obviously a I don't know how it's allocated domestically, so I assume it's going to be allocated domestically.
Oh, okay. There will be 8 group of 4 teams, followed by the knockout round playoff, the
Yeah,
round of 16, the quarterfinals, and the semis and finals.
yeah. So
The 8 group winners automatically go to the round of 16,
yeah.
automatically knock down
So
Okay.
the playoff.
Abdullahi, every competition, so the champion, because the Champions League right now has 32 teams.
Uh-huh.
So they're reducing the they're reducing the Europa League size. So if anything,
Okay.
it's actually
Oh, instead of round of 32, it's going to be round of 16.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, now I understand.
If
So
anything,
it's not bad
it's
though for the small teams though to end there because they make decent money from it just by being the Europa League for the lower leagues in
to
Europe.
be honest, it actually makes the Europa League a bit more competitive. Because if you actually have because if you a lot of the lower ranked teams will go straight into the UEFA Nations League, then you will have you will what you the big change you'll see is you have a Europa League where you're going to have maybe a Fiorentina, an Arsenal, Celtic, etc. You're going to have established teams there, and then you're going to have some teams that are going to come from the Champions League there. So it's going to be a lot more competitive than it was
Okay.
previously, when there were
Okay.
like a lot more smaller teams because they're reducing the number of teams in the Europa League itself. So
Okay.
it was what, like 60, 48 or something like that in the Europa League beforehand. So
Yeah. The introduction of the UEFA Conference League will have no impact in the UEFA Champions League. However, the UEFA Europa Group stage will be reduced from 48 to 32 teams.
32, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
each 8 groups of 4. The
but that's
8
not
UEFA
fair though
Europa League
because
group will now progress automatically to the round of 16. So there will also be additional knockout round of prior to the UEFA Europa League
Yeah.
round of 16. This will be between the 8 UEFA Europa League group runners up and the 8 third ranked team of the UEFA
That's
Champions
essentially
League.
what I've
So
been
that's gonna
saying.
be the
That's
person that
essentially
finished third will automatically go straight to the round of 16 in
like
the
I said,
UEFA.
Abdullah, we don't have to worry about this. We are round of 16 merchant. It's Red Devil Studio Yassi Saeed that should be worried about this.
We'll be
But Red Devil, is it
fine.
wait? If I think is it gonna be first, second, third, fourth, fifth that's gonna go to the Champions League, or it's gonna be
No.
first, second, third, fourth?
I don't know how they're allocating the UEFA Nations League domestically, but I presume what's going to happen is first and fourth is going to be, if we're looking at the Premier League, okay, if we look at all the major high-ranked divisions, so Germany, Spain, Italy, and England, first
England, yeah.
would be Champions League. Fifth has always been Europa League anyway. You know, it's just but most of the others have been allocated based on cups. So the FA Cup, Carabao Cup. So I think the FA Cup will still probably be Europa League, but I think what they'll probably do is they'll allocate the Carabao Cup winner for the Nations League. So maybe this might be good for Spurs. Spurs will probably
What of Spurs? I think Spurs, Arsenal, in between Leeds United and people who finish in this kind of group.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's based on the cup. So I think what they've done is they've said the UEFA Nations League spot from England goes to the person who wins the Carabao Cup. But obviously, if Man City win that, it will then just go to the person that finishes in the league position below. So probably someone that finishes 7th or 8th place. So so it could be, I don't know who's 7th or 8th right now.
So this is what SSI sent to me. This is what he sent to me. He said Premier League club. This is what site sent to me though. Let me read it out. So Premier League club will discuss for the first time the new UEFA proposal for expanding Europa League club competition post 2014, which would potentially see 6 English clubs. What?
Yes.
6?
Yes.
Well, one of my theories as to why this is happening with the UEFA Nations League is that I think that what UEFA want to do, because they are talking about
they want to scrap the Super League, right?
Yes.
No. I think they want to create their own version of the Super League. I think what they want to do is they want to scrap the current format of this whole group stage knockout thing. I think what they want to do is say, right, you have it becomes a proper league. So you play every team around Europe like once or twice, and then the winner is eventually the one that finishes top of that league. That's, I think, what they want to do. And then you have these 3-tier systems, the Champions League, the Europa League, and Conference League, as like a relegation situation, so that, the the Europa League people move up to the Champions League, and Champions League down to Europa League. And
So this is what it means. Qualification for the new Champions League could be earned by club finishing out of top 4 by UEFA coefficient, a metric measuring historical performance under the 30 system proposal. Any club finishing outside the Premier League top 4 automatically Champions League places, but the 5th to 7th, that's 5, 6, 7, could potentially be upgraded to the Champions League by virtue of their coefficient. So what does that mean?
They're just all they're literally trying to do is they're basically just trying to say, listen, because it's like what happened years before, where essentially what they're trying to say is that, like, the Premier League, because it's more competitive, it's higher coefficient, deserves more Champions League spots. That's what they're essentially trying to say. So give us 6 spots because Russia doesn't deserve one. That's basically what essentially that they're trying to say here. But that's not going to happen because Russia.
Red Devil. Here's the thing with the studio. The thing is that because you got to think about it this way: it's either UEFA does something like this, or the clubs will actually form their own Super League. Because I think people really are like, I think a lot of UEFA, FIFA, like literally FIFA came out and said that when they made that statement that any player that participate in a so-called Super League will not be able to play in any FIFA tournaments. So the FIFA officials and UEFA officials are very fearful because of this Super League. Like Barton Mayer saying that he got Barcelona before he left. He said, "By the way, I agreed to a Super League." You have Florentino talking about a Super League.
Come on, Bartomeu was trolling, man. Come on, that guy. Like, I mean, even Damon must also agree with me that Bartomeu was just trolling, man.
He's a clown.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, I feel like a Super League is something that the big clubs are actually thinking about. In my opinion,
To be honest with you, there shouldn't be a Super League because think about it, bro. We're gonna have Aston Villa in there, Nottingham Forest, Hamburg, Feyenoord. Because also those City, Spurs, none of these clubs should be in there. Because if they're in there, I'm gonna call Perez and say we withdraw from the Super League. Because you gotta have a CL medal to be in the Super League. Because I'm expecting Hamburg, Feyenoord, Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, all those countries that won
PSV.
a CL, bro. PSV, all those countries. I don't want Arsenal, Spurs, and City in there. And PSG, why would I want these clubs in there for? For what? What are they supposed to do? Like I told you guys, I'm a CL merchant because I don't support any.
What is UEFA causing now? UEFA is causing a chaos. They're causing a real chaos. What the hell is going on? Damn.
Well, they need to change. I to be honest, I think what they're probably just going to do is they're just going to expand They're going to expand the numbers of the Champions League at some point.
Why are they having the Conference League? They want to expand it.
No, wait. Well, what exactly why they're doing it? Like it's obviously financial benefit for the small clubs, but I think what they're doing is they're trying to get those smaller clubs. Like this, it's like they want to.
Let me ask this question now: if somebody win the Champions League now and the person win the Europa League, I know the UEFA Super Cup is still gonna continue. Well, okay, what if someone wins the Super League? How does that one work? Who's gonna play who?
If someone wins the what?
Like if you win the Champions League now and the person wins the UEFA Cup plays the Super Cup when the season starts. So now if someone wins the Conference League now, who plays each other? Who?
Oh, sorry. Well, all I know is that I think the winners of the UEFA Conference League get like a guaranteed spot in the group stages of the
Champions League.
Europa League.
So will the winner play the person who wins the Super Cup or no? Or will they play the winning?
I don't think so. I think it's just between I still think the Super Cup stays the same. Champions League versus Europa League.
Oh, it stayed the same.
Yeah.
Because because it's like, what the hell is going on? If that kind of happen, then how does that happen? How do they break it down?
I think you can drop from the Europa League into the UEFA Conference League if I read the thing. So if you finish third, then I think yes. If you finish third, I think you might drop into the UEFA Nations League. Possibly.
You might. Let me see.
But But yeah, I mean, as far as what Bilton said, like I think what they'll probably just end up doing is just expanding the numbers of the current Champions League. So instead of 32, what they'll probably do is they'll make the Champions League 48 teams, like the Europa League was 48 teams beforehand. That's what they'll do, so they can get another 12 teams and then allocate the remaining spots.
Okay, the following the announcement of the national arena in Tirana, Albania, as the venue, which we have the honor of hosting the first ever UEFA Europa League final. The competition logo has also been unveiled. It features the tournament new trophy, which is placed between two half circles consistent with the logos of the UEFA League. The logo has been designed to be bold and iconic, ensuring clear standout on all applications. The UEFA Europa Conference League trophy will be fully revealed next spring, along with the competition brand identity. Damn!
Just watch it look better than all the other trophies combined. It seems to be doing better at designing the modern trophies now.
So it's different than other modern.
It's nice though. The trophy, the Europa League trophy, that looks beautiful.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my!
It does. Hey, I'm honest.
Tomorrow I'm gonna do a tactical snack watching that game too. I'm gonna be tweeting on Twitter saying everything Manchester United doing in that game. You absolute bums. Yeah, going against Real still said that. Are you kidding me?
Nah, to be honest,
Manchester United I used to know would never
So
go
wait,
to Europe.
Said, you're telling me this trophy is beautiful? This trophy, yeah, this one, this one. This one?
To be the trophy, obviously.
Is this one?
Bro, you guys are sick in the head, bro. Don't you like that big ear trophy? Don't you like that big ear trophy? And don't you like hear the champion? This cartoon. You just zoom into it, but this Thursday, all I'm
Built
gonna
on, man. If you get sacrificed by Ilicic, man, you know what's happening.
Bro,
you know what's happening, man.
You and Europa League, bro.
If you get like Ilicic, man,
Don't worry, I'm doing the post match if that happens.
You can do anything. You and Europa League.
I could be if you get sacrificed by Atalanta.
Right, devil. Don't worry. On Sunday, you get my prediction on Sunday.
Europa
Real
League.
Madrid.
I hope it's a good prediction because Abdullah, you on some juju of your prediction. So I hope your prediction is based on me, based on you winning.
I predicted yesterday Mbappe at. I also predicted today Dortmund winning. So wait for mine on Sunday. Just wait.
To be fair, I actually wouldn't mind us losing to Atalanta because I don't want us to get embarrassed by our City or Bayern. Because obviously Real Madrid, we're not gonna win it this season. We're not good enough. But I don't want us to get embarrassed like Barca 8. No.
It won't go well.
I just want to see how Ilicic plays in a knockout. If Ilicic balls,
he balled. He balled last season.
Well, let me check that. Let me check that position in Syria. What position are they in Syria? What position are they in Syria?
Form doesn't matter. You can't really. It doesn't matter what position you're in because we all thought Sevilla was gonna touch Dortmund today, and look what
even
happened.
Liverpool are sixth in the Premier League.
Yeah, sixth in the Premier.
Leipzig in second.
So Atalanta are sixth. They are sixth in the table.
It really doesn't matter. That's why I like about the Champions
Okay, so goal difference is the only one separating them from Napoli. That sits in the table.
PSG are what? Aren't they like second or third?
So, yeah, they're second. They're
And I
second.
remember
Yes,
in 07 when AC Milan won the Champions League. You know, AC Milan was in fifth, sixth place when they won the Champions League with Ancelotti. They were in sixth place when they won the Champions League against.
So this is it.
Well,
Atalanta are sixth.
in the league when they won their Champions League.
Yeah, even in
We're
2012
sixth,
with
yeah.
Chelsea. When Chelsea won it, I was like fifth and sixth, right, Abdul?
We're sixth in the table then. We're sixth.
See? Form, that's why I like about the Champions League. Form is just out the window.
Yeah, look at Liverpool. Their form have been too. Look at the way they win in the Champions League. So sometimes form is a little bit
Be super hard.
You can't judge league performances in
That game is gonna be super hard for us, bro.
So guys, do you want me to do you guys want me to do the Europa League tomorrow? The post match?
Nobody cares about Europa League.
I'm not coming.
Oh,
I'm not coming.
Oh,
I'm not going.
oh.
Wait, what position is Real Sociedad? Are they fifth or sixth? Let me check.
I think they're in six. I think.
Yeah,
No,
they're
fifth.
six.
To be honest,
Fifth?
I want us to lose
Oh,
tomorrow.
they are fifth in the table. They are fifth.
Yeah, they're fifth. So they're going back to Europa League, just like Manchester United. They're gonna
No,
go back.
we'll be fine. I want us to lose tomorrow so that we can focus
Why is
on
every Manchester United fan saying that? They want them. They don't care about the Europa.
Because the whole point of the Europa really is to qualify for the Champions League. So if we pretty if we beat Newcastle on the weekend, then because essentially I don't want us to win and lose to Newcastle. If we beat Newcastle the weekend and we get our players fit and can sort of not lose against Chelsea or City, then we pretty much got top 4 secure.
But this is the point. If you guys look against Newcastle, the pressure is gonna be on you guys because
exactly. So
I think United's gonna make top 4. There's no way I think they're gonna make top 4.
But the problem with United has been consistency. They have not been that consistent that much. Sometimes,
hey, come on.
No. What I mean is, this season you've been scoring good
for a reason.
I know. What I mean is the consistency. I mean is like when you expect United to kind of win matches and expectation when you're expecting them to win matches, they flop.
Thing about it, that tells you that Leicester, Liverpool, and Chelsea are way more inconsistent than those fraudulent clowns who were in second place. But that tells you how inconsistent you guys are in the Prem. Because if United's been bad, that means you guys should have overtook them better. That tells you United is doing something right. But the the thing about United, they're good enough. They're gonna make that team is good enough to make top 3, top 2 in the Prem anytime. The only thing they're just inconsistent, I think, to win a title, to mount a title race challenge.
Exactly. That's why I'm going. Exactly. That's why I'm going.
They're consistent enough to make top 2, top 3 anytime in the Prem.
We need a better centre back pairing. That's what we need to work. It's as simple as that. Because if you look at where we've lost to concede, it's not because we haven't scored goals. It's because we conceded late goals because Harry Maguire and Lindelof don't work together. So,
and Red Devil Juju, can you tell me this sick juju you guys are using? Because ever since Bruno Fernandes got there, you guys haven't losing an away game in the Premier League since then. So what kind of sick juju are you guys using, bro? Because this is very sick of you guys doing juju, man.
Bro, leave it alone. Why are you speaking about it? Leave it alone.
Yassi, you alright?
I'm stressed.
Don't worry.
I'm stressed.
Don't worry. The juju is coming. The juju will be officially off as well. Don't worry.
Well, no, it won't be because we're going to Chelsea and we're going away to Chelsea and away to
Man City.
Man City. So if we win, I'll officially believe the juju if we don't lose to Chelsea or City away. If we don't do that, then you can't.
If we lose to Chelsea, it won't go well.
You know what's so crazy? You know what's so crazy, right? I swear, I was so happy. Chelsea was sitting in 8th position. I was so happy. All of a sudden,
we moved to 4. No, you know why? It's because Lampard was there. That was the reason we're 18 table 9.
I look at the table. I look at the table. I'm like, huh? What?
I don't know. You guys are saying that, but like the games that I'm not dissing Tuchel, but the teams that he's won, Lampard did beat those teams.
True.
It's not like
No. Wolverhampton was just beat us the first leg. They beat us.
Okay, with the one exception of Wolves. Okay, fine. Okay, I'll give you that. So, but then you drew against Wolves. It's not that you beat them. But
we drew against Wolves.
But
let me see. We also won against Tottenham Hotspur. We drew at the bridge 1-1.
But he
beat them.
But he beat them, as in he beats us. Than last season or something. And to be fair,
the problem with Lampard is
at that time Spurs were actually pretty good. They were title contenders in quotes. Now,
but the issue, the problem. The issue is when Lampard was there, the dressing room and the players and the fans were toxic. It was very toxic.
I'm just saying it's not like the wins that you've had so far.
Exactly. That the real test is gonna be United and Atletico. That's gonna be the real test for Thomas Tuchel.
United, Atletico, City.
If we survive United and Atletico, then I think the competition could be raised up. But before then, we have to take it game by game first.
All the teams in the current top 7, because the biggest critique that we had against Lampard was he hasn't beaten any team in the top 7.
Top 7,
now, if you look at the top 7, so Liverpool,
let me share it.
Liverpool, United.
Let me share it.
Yeah, but under Tuchel though, I actually see where this team is going. I actually see the tactics. But under Lampard, they would just cross the ball, pass the ball.
But look at it now. Look at the top 7 here.
But now Chelsea's more of a possession merchant team now. So
Mhm.
they're doing something well.
So so Chelsea haven't. So Lampard didn't beat any of those teams in the top.
No, any of the
Chelsea.
except West Ham.
Yeah.
That's the
So
only team he beat.
yeah, did you
But
beat
you
West
guys
Ham?
haven't played none
No,
of
no,
the big
no.
teams yet.
Did you
Those
beat West
two.
Ham?
Yeah,
you
we
did.
beat West Ham 3-0.
3-0.
Did you?
3-0. Yeah.
Yeah. That was I was watching that game. That was
Yeah.
not a 3-0
Oh yeah,
game.
they did.
Yeah, it was. That wasn't a they beat them.
That was a
Apart from
game.
West Ham, we
But
didn't beat
Lubrication
we haven't beat any top
is
10
not
team.
a fluke.
Yeah,
Come
so
on
if you
now.
beat at least like a handful of those teams, then fair enough. Chelsea will get top 4. But I just want to see what he
But the
does.
real test is no, like I said, the real test is gonna be Southampton this weekend, UEFA Champions League against Atletico, and Manchester United. That's gonna be the real test. These 3 matches coming up. This 3-1. This 1,
To be honest,
2, 3.
Abdullahi, Chelsea's last 4 games to me. If you scroll to like May,
May. Okay, let me go to May.
your last 4 games.
I'm coming. Let's go to May. Let me come back to May.
Because to me,
You have a tough schedule coming up, Abdullah. You have Southampton, Atletico, United, and Everton. That's
So you want me to go to May?
yeah.
That
So
is-
just go to Chelsea. Because basically your last like 4 games of the season. Go into the BBC. Maybe you'll. Yeah.
This is mine. Okay,
Yeah.
let me go to BBC.
So look. So no. So it's not to there. So look at those last 4 games. So you basically have City away,
Okay, this is it. May. Okay, May.
Arsenal at home.
Damn.
Still at
Let me
home.
start from April. We have the FA Cup, Sheffield, West Brom, Crystal Palace, Brighton, West Ham, Fulham, Manchester. Damn.
those are easy.
Man City, Arsenal, Leicester, Aston Villa.
Abdullah, you the bigger club than City. You have more champions than them. You should be able to lubricate them.
I'm dead.
So that's what I'm
What?
saying. So, like top
Wait. So, are they setting up us to fail? Man City, Arsenal, Leicester.
and Aston Villa away, which isn't an easy game by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, Aston Villa is a bigger club than Chelsea. They do have more Champions League, so I don't know.
I need to call the Premier League. They have forget Chelsea. They have killed us.
Bro, the schedule was made before the prep started. So
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4 teams.
Heck,
What
to
the
be
heck?
honest, you could argue that Fulham will be difficult because they're.
But wait, what date is the FA Cup
And West
final?
Ham.
What date is it? The FA Cup final. What date?
It's after the season, isn't it? It's after the
Yeah,
season.
the season finished 23 of that's on Sunday, right?
Yeah, so it'll be
Then the
June,
following week should be the FA Cup final. When is the Champions League final? What date?
the week after.
The week
sometime in
after.
June.
What of the FA? Wait, let me see the FA Cup final. FA Cup.
Why are you talking about the FA Cup finals?
No, I'm looking at the schedule because there's Euro coming up, so it's gonna be jam packed together. No rest for the players. That's what I'm
Bro,
thinking
Abdullah,
about.
you be okay, bro. Like it's hashtag treble minimum this season. Well, it's
Stop that.
Hashtag
Double minimum.
Keep it built on hashtag treble minimum. Hashtag that cannot go away because
Stop
you
that.
guys spent £200 million.
I didn't say that.
Okay, you
Hashtag
did.
I didn't say that.
You did say it's German sedan though, so
Yeah,
you are part of it, Abdullahi.
You have
Unfortunately,
the yes.
I didn't say that.
The Germans did that. By the way, how's Havertz doing, bro? Is he?
No, he's injured.
Oh,
100
man.
million, man. 100 million flop.
He's
I mean,
injured. He's injured.
This is the, but okay, but this is the. Do you guys think the market of football is changing? Because you shouldn't be buying a Kai Havertz, not even an established world class player, for almost $100 million. That is very sick when you think about it. Or is it just the football market that just going up and up?
Leverkusen were just G's. That's all I can say really. Like, how can you?
But you know what the sick thing about it? You know why? That's why we didn't get him, because we didn't have the money to get Havertz over the summer. So Chelsea was like, okay, let's get him.
The thing is that what I don't understand with Chelsea's. I mean, maybe it's I don't know. This is the thing. Abramovich has tons of money. He doesn't care. It's his plaything. Fair enough, and that seems to be Chelsea's strategy right now, because most normal clubs would say, okay, I'm going to buy a player for the investment for the long term. He's got to stay for long term, see what happens. Or if I'm going to buy a player, he has to have some form of potential resale value. So
yes, I think that's the reason.
But Chelsea's buying strategy right now doesn't seem to be fitting that at all. Like, with the amount of money you spend on the players, you're not gonna, like, if we go through all of Chelsea signs the last 2 years, and you to say, right, okay, selling Pulisic, selling Ziyech, selling Havertz, selling all of these players, would you get more money for them now than you did when you paid? I can't think of any where any
Possible though. We'll get more money for Kai Havertz. I'm sure of that. Akim Ziyech, I'm not sure.
Are you telling me that you
Because if Kai Havertz got, I think with now that there's a better manager in Tuchel, who will get the best out of Kai Havertz? We just have to give him like 2-3 years.
No, Abdullah. No one around Europe is going to pay 100 million plus more for Kai Havertz.
See, as long as Marina Ganaskia is there, I can guarantee you they'll pay that money because she's a businesswoman. She loves money.
Who?
Alvaro Morata.
Like, tell me,
We bought Morata for
the only club
almost.
I would see that delusional enough to do that. It's either City or PSG. Those are the only two delusional clubs I see.
And City don't need that. City don't need that player. And
City
Barcelona
already have
don't.
Foden. City already have Foden. They don't need Kai Havertz. So who would
Maybe
buy him for
PSG.
100
Maybe
million?
PSG
Juve?
Juventus. Yes.
Why would
Juve? PSG.
Juve aren't going to spend 100 million on Havertz?
They found another man on Cristiano Ronaldo, so it's possible. Endorsement.
I cannot
This
stand
guy-
Chelsea,
this is
bro.
gross.
You guys ruin players, man. Look at how
It's not. See, Chelsea don't own players. I don't understand.
ruin players, man.
You know, the problem. The problem is. The problem is. I'm afraid. Right now. I am scared and afraid. You know why? Because the amount of money we want to pay for earning Haaland is getting me worried. Because if we pay 120 for Haaland and it came in and flop, it's gonna be a slap on my face as a fan.
To be fair, you gotta wait at least. Give the guy at least 2 seasons, because
Exactly. That I don't know why Roman wants to pay the money now. I don't know. Because it's getting me worried at the moment because we can't pay that kind of money for a player and he come in and flop. I don't want that anymore.
No, but
Alvaro Morata flop,
but the issue-
Torres flop, Kezman, Shevchenko. We haven't learned from that.
But this is the problem with Chelsea's manager is that you buy players because you want to keep them away from your rivals, and that for me that is not a long-term policy to build a team. You should be buying players to fit the team or the system or whatever that your current manager wants to play. That's how you should be buying players. But Chelsea have always just bought players like, oh wait, that's a nice. Oh, those people interested him. Oh, we'll just take them away. So it's like. And then you like get the manager to try and figure out how it works. It's like, and then you wonder why you're not winning multiple Champions Leagues or things because
because we have this inconsistent managing shop and ghost. Exactly. That was when I said, I said to you at the beginning of the season when Lampard was here, I said it was a massive error hiring Lampard because we set him up to fail. Roman, my question to Roman then was like, why do you bring him into to Chelsea Football Club? He's bigger than this man. He's inexperienced. And
where were the Chelsea fans saying that at the start of the season, Abdullahi? Where were the Chelsea? Milton,
I said it. Where there was, I said it.
Was there anyone? What were the Chelsea fans saying at the start of the season?
Top 4. He overachieved top 4.
No, for me, I said it. The reason he achieved top 4 was because the league was bad then, and so many things were dropping point. That was the reason he achieved top 4. And immediately, I said it. Immediately, I told the change. When Lampard was hired, it was a massive
COVID, though. You can't put down the league because that's not Lampard for the league was bad. But to be fair, even before COVID, Chelsea was still top 4 in the league. Even before COVID, I was still top 4. So yes, but you can't just bring because the league was bad. It's like
but Vilton, look at the point we get in that top 4. It was the worst point in the Premier League area under Roman Abramovich. That was poor. You know how many goals we considered that year? Yeah, we considered 58 goals. That was the first time we considered under Abramovich.
It's just that they weren't being said at the beginning of the season when you made all those signings.
I said it.
We're gonna go.
I said it. I did. I said signing those players for me was too much for Lampard because he's inexperienced to accommodate those players into what he wants to play.
I didn't see Chelsea fans on Twitter. I didn't see a certain man with glasses say that Chelsea were going to struggle and Lampard was going to have difficulty.
Yeah, I said it. HH was the one hyping this team. I said it.
Yeah, I remember that street when y'all got Havertz. Guys.
I wasn't gas. This is what I told you. This is what I said. No. This is the problem. I said the way Kai Havertz plays, it reminds me of the reminisce the reminiscence of the way Zenedine didn't toss the ball, the way he passed and the way he scored. That was what I said. Then
Abdullahi.
on my word.
No,
That was,
but
you
Abdullah,
can check the videos. I said it.
but Abdullah,
He has the reminiscence of the way Zinedine Zidane plays football.
but
His touches, the way he passes, but the way he scores goals.
You
That
don't
was
have
what I
to
said about Kai
backtrack
Havertz.
Abdullahi. It's
no,
fine.
Abdullah, but there's a certain guy who had a stream when you guys got Werner and Havertz saying, guys, I'm expecting trouble next season, bro.
Not me. That's HH.
So
Not me.
that mean that certain person believe in Lampard. He actually believe in
I did not believe in Lampard
You're gonna
from
do
day
a
one.
treble that
I
following
didn't.
season.
No, I'm gonna be fair.
HH expectation was high. The way they started came in high, it dropped to like
Most
0.05
Chelsea fans'
and it fell off.
expectations were high. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know,
Mhm.
Arsenal's expectations were high when they released a freaking music video with Thomas Partey going down around. So, like, to be honest, the only teams that didn't really say much, weren't expecting much, was United fans and City fans.
Bro, I
Yes.
was crying. Hey, Brendan, I was crying after the transfer.
That
And I
was
was
it.
like, what is this? I was like, what is this? What do you want us to do?
And Liverpool fan, when they got Thiago, we got the best midfielder
We've got
in
the
the
best
world.
midfielder in the world. We're gonna sort of do bits. So,
But to
Spurs
be
need
fair,
to
I was
go-
disappointed.
Right there, this is the problem.
Again, though.
But this is the problem. Some proper Chelsea fans chose Lampard ahead of the club, in which they do not understand the philosophy and the structure of Chelsea Football Club. This club, before even Roman came in, were like relegation to like top four to like winning the kind of cup. Yeah, but when Roman took over, there was when the big money spent can come in, Drogba, Ruben, Shevchenko, this kind of. That's when Roman came in. Now that we're winning the Premier League, Champions League, people start going on Roman that and the second goal needs to, so we need to have a project. Yes, I can understand having a project, but Lampard can't start a project because he's inexperienced. He doesn't have that charisma of a manager that can guarantee me or convince me and tell me, give him 5 years.
Do you think that Ibrahimovic? Do you think that Roman is going to give to like the fact that he's only given him?
And I told you, I said it, and I will repeat it again. Gaslow and everybody may clip it. Roman will be patient with Tuchel because he's an experienced manager.
Giving him an 18-month contract.
18 months. That's 2 years plus. Even Tuchel even said it. He said, "Why would I get it? Why would I get it 5 years?"
No. Abdullahi, this is Chelsea football.
Yeah, 2.5 years. Yes.
There
He
was
said,
Saxon.
No, Sai, this is it. Tuchel himself came out and said it. Why would I get a 5 years when after 2-3 years I get sacked? Firstly, I need to prove myself first in Chelsea. Then I will see if I deserve a contract or not. No, that is the 2 years is just like show us you can give us.
So the managers can get their payoffs. What that means is that basically after 1.5 years, it's just kind of like right.
Show us what you can do. If you show us what we can do, if we are convinced enough, we will increase your contract. That was the reason. Because the first report was like I wanted to get like 5 years, so to bring the project around it. But Tuchel himself was the one who rejected the 5 years because he said, "I don't want 5 years." He said, "I don't want a situation where you're gonna sack me after 3 years in the project. I don't want it."
The lies, you can't build a project. You can't build a project in 1.5 years.
Yes, exactly.
So if you're going to give them, that's what I'm talking. When we talk about projects, because the first year you're really just getting to know what resources you have, what your team is, etc. Then you then get someone say, right, I've made a brief assessment as to what players I have, who they are, etc. These are players that will probably have to go. Okay, you now need to go and get these targets. In the second,
even in PSG, he was given 2 years first in his first season. Yeah. Then they also give another 2 years again.
Yeah. So 1.5
years. Was given Thomas Tuchel was given 2 years in PSG. Yeah. Then
so
they have to see what he's gonna do.
So 1.5 years to me is nothing because the first year you spend getting to know your team anyway, and then you now got half a year where you're now expected to deliver based on potential signings that you brought in who will need to gel. And also the chemistry from the other team. So basically, you give him the 1 year buy, then he has like essentially half a year to be able to deliver something, which presumably must be competing for a title or competing for the Champions League. So basically, what is it? It's January now. So next season, this time next year, he should basically be competing for the Premier League and the Champions League. Is that realistic for Chelsea Football Club right now?
That's why I say it depends on the player he wants to sign because we have so many players which I believe need to be inducted in Class A and need to be put in Siberia for me.
Name.
One, Marcos Alonso out of the door.
Marcus Alonso's back in the team now.
He has to be. He has to go. We can't continue to play back three every time. He has to go. Get the hell out of that team. One. Number two, Antonio Rudiger. Go.
Nah,
Number
Tuchel
three,
was like man, bro.
Christensen.
Tuchel's not
Yeah,
gonna
especially
I know.
he's German. Tuchel,
Exactly.
you know Tuchel
Number-
wanted him at PSG too.
And number three, Christensen. Go. Number
Yeah,
four,
Christensen
I
is
know
garbage, bro.
Tuchel love him,
Christensen
but
is
I would love him
garbage,
to get
bro.
out of the Chelsea Football Club.
But at the same time,
Jorginho,
Abdullahi,
Jorginho, get out.
Yeah, but
Get me a proper deep line midfielder like Verratti, someone that can, who have sense, who knows how to do things.
he's
If
not.
Jorginho get pressed, we're in trouble. That's why I'm worried about United match. Like if Rashford, Greenwood, Bruno press Jorginho, Wilton, we
Yeah,
done.
but if you ball of
We done.
if you play Giroud against us, this happened
Yeah,
before.
we're playing Giroud. I don't know how long Abraham
Play
injury is.
Giroud-
I don't know.
play- Yeah, play Giroud
Giroud
against
is playing.
us
He's playing.
and you'll be fine. You know.
No, you know the problem is I don't want us to play Jorginho against you guys because the press, and I'm worried about you guys' press. That's what I'm worried. You are very good on the counter attacking. That's what I'm worried about.
That's not pressing though. That's not pressing. We don't press. We just
No, I mean, your counter attacking is very dangerous. The way you counter football is very dangerous.
yeah, but just play Giroud against us, who's a better number 9 and
That's the problem. Because if you play Giroud, that's gonna be Maguire's work. It's gonna be on Giroud.
Yeah.
But Giroud has a better movement than Maguire because sometimes Maguire kind of forget himself in terms of movement and everything.
they can't deal with Giroud in the air. I mean, I suspect that they'll be able to deal with Timo Werner. So
No, Timo Werner and AWB, Wan-Bissaka.
but to be fair though, Abdullahi, I do want Chelsea to be Atletico because I don't like Atletico. But at the same time though, I know there's a certain guy named with glasses, so I kind of have to banter him. So I need Atletico Madrid to be Chelsea.
AJ made a comment, and I need him to prove that comment he made. He said it. If Chelsea win the Champions League this year, he's taking his glass off. He said it. He said it. So eventually, if that happens, I'm demanding he take that glass off end of the season. I'm demanding that from him. I am demanding that.
Chelsea be Atletico Madrid. I have to avoid the hangouts.
Yeah,
Be Atletico.
I'm not even gonna come into that hangout, bro.
Because
Yesterday was Mbappe. The guy literally did not do an hangout yesterday because of Mbappe.
But see,
He
this
did
is
not.
this is the thing, because the thing about what I like about the Champions League this season is that, like, for the first time in a while, most of the ties in general are quite balanced in terms of the teams. So when you actually look at everyone who wins, you're going to find quite a competitive quarterfinal. Like, the majority of the teams are strong. Like, there are no
exactly.
teams in the quarterfinal. Okay, yes, Porto, Juventus, maybe Porto might sneak in if they get, but we expect Juventus to do it. You hope. But if we assume Juventus do get through, every single team in the quarters is strong.
Yeah.
So there is a very, like, you could have a quarterfinalist of like Bayern, Liverpool, Real Madrid.
To be honest with you, you know what my dream quarterfinal is this season? I want PSG versus Man City full strength, and I want to watch Juve versus Liverpool full strength. I want to see both teams go at it. That's my dream. That's
Guys,
my
no,
dream
you know what I
quarterfinal.
want to see?
It's possible. It's possible.
I want to see PSG versus City so bad, bro.
Abdullahi, you know what I really want to see? I want two legs of this. I want to see PSG versus Man City.
That's what I said too. Yeah, that's the game I want to watch. I want Neymar to be there too, so no excuse. I want everybody to be fully fit. De Bruyne, Aguero, everybody's there, so I don't want to hear any excuse.
I think the winner of that wins the CL.
To me, that's the thing though. I don't trust PSG and City in the Champions League until they win it. I would never bet on them until they win it.
But who do you think is a dark horse?
Huh?
I mean,
Is dark horse?
Oh, it's obvious that you have to say
Liverpool.
Liverpool. You have to say Liverpool. Even Atletico too. Atletico Madrid.
Yeah. Liverpool have this weird European thing. This is the thing. Like, it's just like I can't.
Like 05, right? Like
okay, let me put this question to you guys now.
So,
Let's say Chelsea beat Atletico now. Do you make them the dark horse or you make them favorites?
Everybody have to take Chelsea serious because produced. Everybody's gonna have to take Chelsea serious now because you don't want another 2012 Cinderella story anymore.
Oh, please, if that happened, man, I avoid the hangouts for a year, man. You're not even gonna see me on them. You're not even gonna see me on them at all. Chelsea.
No, the funny part is if that
Like,
happened,
you might
if
as well
that,
just
I
call
can
it
bet
the
you something.
Chelsea have hope thing or something, or like no,
If that
Bro.
happened, if that happened, I can guarantee you something. HH will have it 24
Bro,
hours
it's not
sleep.
even that. I'm thinking about PSG. That'd be the biggest F to their map to their face because Thomas Tuchel leaves them and go went no, bro, no, Thomas, no, that's not gonna happen. But if that does happen, you won't see.
Imagine,
You think
wait, it could happen. It could be Chelsea players in the final. It won't. Oh my God!
if
If
Chelsea
that happens,
wins the final, if Chelsea wins the Champions League, if I was the PSG owners, if I was the guy, if I was those guys, I would go knock on the door of the director of football. What's his name? Leonardo, and I would take him to an undisclosed location, bro.
it won't go well.
But
guys, I gotta go. But like, awesome
Alright.
speaking,
No
guys.
worries.
Alright.
I'll be doing a stream on 9 o'clock
tomorrow,
I will join. I'll whip in
are we?
tomorrow.
So are we doing a Europa League stream for United?
on.
Oh.
I will recap Europa League games and
Should I
games on Friday.
or when they was taking a
I'll
drink?
see you on Friday, Red Devils. See you
Yeah,
on Friday.
Cool. See
All
you
right.
guys later, man.
Yeah, I'm
Peace,
gonna-
peace, 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 peace. Peace out, guys. Peace, peace.
All right, take it easy, everybody.
All right. So, guys, peace out, guys. Really appreciate you guys. Wow, longest hours, man, guys. Peace, peace, peace. Damien, everybody, thank you guys for coming up. Peace out, guys. I appreciate you guys. Peace, 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 peace.